Well, I was walking down the street, feeling kind neat, when the wind came out your butt and blew my wig off. Oh, it was a sight to see, my hair flying in the breeze, 'cause the wind came out your butt and blew my wig off. People started laughing, they couldn't believe their eyes as my wig flew through the sky. Oh, what a surprise. I tried to catch it, but it slipped right through my hands, 'cause the wind came out your butt and now it's somewhere in the land. Oh, wind came out your butt and blew my wig off. Drive like shit. Did you see that car that you almost hit? I'd rather take the bus instead. Riding with you, I'm gonna end up dead. Don't ask me if I need a lift. Baby, you drive like shit. She just ran through, always stop. I ain't trying to get stopped by the car. It's a miracle that you're still alive. Don't ask me if I need a lift. Baby, you drive like shit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look out, my girl is driving. Watch out, my girl drives like shit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Heard you think you're tough. Gotta let you know, I will fuck you up. I whoop that ass, talking all that shit, spank that ass till you tap like a bitch. No, I ain't playing, I'm here to kick ass. I'm the one who brings you pain in the ring. I whoop that ass until the bell rings. Already know that I do not play. Throw a punch like I'm cutting down hay. I whoop that ass every single night. Spank that ass till they stop the fight. I'll tell you the story of a man, a radioactive tip in his hand. His hand grew 10 times its normal size to help him get his money on time. He knew if a bitch was telling a lie, which was 100% of the time. Superpowers to make a bitch listen, then get her naked with sex-ray vision. Sweep a police station in a single bound, slapping bitches down to the fucking ground. His name was famous across the land. They called him the pimp named Superhand. Oh shit, yeah, the pimp named Superhand. He had powers no other pimp had. Oh fuck yeah, the pimp named Superhand. That motherfucker was super bad. Asking for dinner ain't asking for much. You had one job and still fucked it up. Sometimes you gotta learn respect. I use my pimp hand to correct. It's called a bitch slap. Slap. Come get your
tell me about me. Stop telling 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 me about me. I don't need you to tell me about me.
And welcome back to another episode. Let's talk with Jay vs. Jordan over on the JVJ Network, over on Facebook. Y'all already know what it is, man. You was time again earlier in the Sunday morning, even though the game is about to be on in state. But man, I appreciate everybody that's tuning in. But I know you already know if you've been here before. I need y'all to do a favor for your boy. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, share the videos, and turn them notices on, man. We trying to grow this thing around here. We can only do it with y'all help. So help your boy out. I ran across 3 different videos that I wanted to cover. I'm saving the 4th one for a standalone, so y'all be on standby for that one. But I ran across 3 videos that I wanted to cover that were not too long, but they all presented a problem that I see. And y'all know I like to sit over here. I like to call myself a truth teller. I like to call out bullshit when I see it. And I'm gonna keep on trying to keep doing that thing, keeping it consistent, But we're gonna go through these 3 videos, man. And they're all different. Just so y'all know, they're all different. They're not pertaining to the same thing. Just 3 different things. And I just want to get them out the way, man. I want to see what y'all think. Write it down below. Let me know. And without further ado, let's get to the first one. This is probably the most sane one that we're going to run across. Shout out to the Daily Wrap-Up crew. Y'all know I like to cover their content from time to time. So we're going to hit them first, and then it's going to be downhill from there. Just to let you know. So without further ado, let's get to it.
Let me get to this next topic, right? It says, are men jealous of women's sex lives? It seems like men always have something to say about, how many bodies a woman got, and is it a jealousy thing?
Let's talk on it. So I feel like, I don't think that men are jealous. I feel like jealous is not fitting in that category. I just feel like it's more so, it goes back to being controlling or being too worried, too intrigued by what we're doing with our body before you, and too involved in the body count. I just feel like, honestly, that's childish, because men do whatever they want, whenever they want, and however they want, right, with their bodies. And I get the gender role play with that too. Y'all feel like y'all could do whatever, and females are supposed to be strict, which, females should be careful and pay attention to their body count. But for you to
No, let me go ahead and jump in here real quick. Let me correct this young sister, because I know she's misguided. The double standard is created where men can go out and do what they want to do sexually, and it's not an issue, and women can't, because of women. Just throwing that out there for y'all. Ladies keep trying to say it's society. Yeah, women are majority of society. And women, y'all are the ones who make it okay. Because y'all want men with. And I'm break it down for y'all so it make all the sense in the world to you. Men don't want women that have had a lot of bodies, because that disgusts us as men. The picture of our girl being with another dude or knowing the exact number of dudes she been with. We don't like that. But on the flip side, ladies want a guy that can get girls. She wants a guy that has experience. She wants that. So she's attracted to somebody that has some sexual escapades. We're not attracted to it. You created your own double standard, because we keep saying we don't want that, and we're standing 10 toes down on that. But y'all don't want us to say nothing about what you do. But guess what? We don't want that. Women have been trying to sell men stuff that men don't want to buy for the longest. We don't want to buy that. Sell us the stuff that we want, because when y'all want something, we got to sell y'all that. But let's keep going. I just want to help the little mama out, because I know she's confused.
Constantly be worried about what a female is doing with their body prior to you, or be so involved in what a female does during sex and things like that. I just feel like it's weird. It's strange to me. I don't know. I just don't agree with men, how many bodies you have, what you was doing with him, how was you doing it, when did you do it? It's not, we don't do that to men.
I was an advocate for, you shouldn't care, because you'll never know what a woman has, how many bodies she got. Regardless. But until the study came out that women that have over 6 bodies are less likely to have a successful marriage. They're more likely to file for divorce. If you have a lot of bodies. Because you're gonna be always comparing that person to to another person. So I do think it's a double standard, but the percentages don't lie.
Mm-hmm.
Men could do it and still have a happy marriage and commit to the woman that he loves. Women gonna be always in the back of their mind, damn, that nigga blew my back out that one time.
But you know why though? I feel like, because females I feel like females tend to get attached two men emotionally very fast, and they put
especially the one that blow their back out.
Yeah, that part. So their emotions are into it. Men are easy to like go and do this with that one, and there's no emotion. So it's like when you actually meet somebody that you love and you marry them, it's because you have reasons to. Like sometimes some females, when everybody they meet, they love, and if they marry them, they just so marry them, and then they go left, and that's what it is. But like with the emotions involved, like females are just more working with their emotions, and men are just, working with their penis until the emotions come in. So it's just like, of course.
You can see how that would kind of like lead to maybe a demise of a relationship or a marriage. I look at it like this is the first time in human history that women have been not the majority, but a lot of women have been much more sexually liberated. Like, you get what I'm saying? You look historically, you had the prostitutes and hoes, but they was, you know what I mean? Street life, they was in the underground. Like they wasn't really out there like that. You get what I'm saying?
Posting it on the gram.
Right. So now we have an influx of women, at least in Western society, that are very much exploring their bodies. And this is the first time men have been in this situation where it was like, damn, like I used to be very wholesome. Your body was a temple and all this other, all this other stuff. Now it's like, well, your body's for everybody. So why am I special? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you gonna gave that body that I view as sacred. Now I could do a couple of Google searches and find your nudes. It's not really as sacred. It's not really as sacred anymore. Like, you get what I'm saying? So Google, I think that's why men care, because men have always valued that. Hey, you know what? This woman right here is mine, and nobody touched her for the most part, or been with her in an intimate way outside of me. So there's much more of a pride thing. Now men are feeling like, well, I'm just sharing you with the next guy. Like, we all have the same intimate experiences now, like with the same women. Like, you know what I mean?
And it just go back.
Look, and that also plays into the argument, because we hear it a lot of the times when they say these men don't know how to be men nowadays. Men don't know how to be men nowadays. It's kind of hard for men to keep doing a traditional thing that they used to do when women are not doing that, because there was always a give and a take. It's like, I come here with a proposition for you. I'll do this if you do this. That used to be the old deal back in the day. Well, nowadays, it's like women want to throw it out the window. Like, I can do whatever the hell I want, but you still need to come with that same traditional type shit that men had to bring to the table. And I'm like, dudes, it all this plays into the grand scheme of why we having this disconnect between men and women. Like, you don't want men to have an issue with you being a sexual deviant. But men never have liked that. And you still want men to do the traditional stuff while you running out here being a sexual deviant and just doing whatever. Like, ask the ladies, I always tell them, flip it around on them all the time, since your past doesn't matter. Because a lot of ladies don't want their past to matter. They don't want to take any accountability for the things that they did. And that's not all ladies, but a lot of them. Just ask her if she found out her boyfriend or her husband sucked dick in the past. I promise you, she'll get ready to leave his ass. If it got out, because I know some girls, they be in so love with a dude, or they just don't want to lose the lifestyle that they got. If it didn't get out and it was just within the house, she might hold on to it. But I still say a vast majority of women, even if it was just in the house, will leave that guy if they found out he did something gay in the past. Just ask them. Just ask them. You'll see, they're telling themselves. Let's keep going.
So, like, what's your obsession with a woman's body? Because at the end of the day, women are so much more than just their body, their mind, how they think, what they bring to the table, things that they do. Like, I just feel like, what is the obsession with, like, just the body?
What's the obsession with your body? What? Ask yourself that question. Like, if women are so much more than just their body, their mind, the way they care about people, all these things, why is the number one thing you go to when you want attention from somebody is to take off clothes? If you're so much more than your body, that's the first thing we're gonna see every time when women go out in public. I'm more than my body. You have no clothes on. You're showing your entire body off. What else do you have to bring? I can't see what's inside your head, but I can see what the fuck you got on. If you want me to catch you for what's in your mind, then don't be giving me something else to distract me from it. If you're more than your body, then why is the first thing that you're showing is your body every time? I don't want to hear that. I understand. We all know that people are more than what? A man's more than his wallet. A woman's more than her body. But guess what? When a man leaves with his wallet, we call him lame. When a woman leaves with her body, we call her a hoe. It is what it is.
Like, if your body is touched, like, all right, you garbage next.
No,
like,
I don't think men care. I think, well, we do care about your body count, but it not per se on how much people, because a lot of guys don't want to know. But if it's out there enough so that we know, that just shows how much you cared about yourself.
Right.
So I think that's
true.
the big mix
Yeah, like I could agree with that. Like, you know how much your body's out there, how much you
because if the information is out there,
not to mention the double standard when it comes to sex. Like men gotta come in to sexual encounters knowing what they're doing. So we gotta go out there and we gotta build up our sex game. You know what I mean? So when we come, we are that nigga that broke your back. You know what I mean? So you're not thinking about somebody.
That's only because women really appreciate men that have experience. Men, whether or not you have experience. Yeah. We mad, you know what I'm saying? We might be looking at you when that pussy popping a little bit too much. Like, yo. Like, who taught you that?
I wanted to be the one to teach you that. Like, you can't just be doing that shit. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. You wasn't doing that shit last week. You out here doing a pussy soaker 3000.
So I think just to go back to the topic, I think there are some men who are jealous of women's sex life because we understand that it's so readily easy for women just to be like, go outside and be like, hey, who want to fuck?
Let me just break that down. Men are jealous. Are men truly jealous? Or are men disgusted? Or turned off by it? Like, I can picture, like, in the grand scheme of things, I'll say men are not jealous. But could there possibly be some guys? I guess. I just haven't met them yet. I haven't met those guys that are jealous that a girl can get sex easier than a guy can. Like, if you're a dude being jealous of a woman, something wrong with you in the first place. If you're a woman being jealous of a man, something's wrong with you. You need to be focused on your group, stick in your group, maximize your group. Stop trying to compete across the lines because we do different things. We have different capabilities. It's not a competition between us. It's men and women. So if there are guys that are jealous out there of women, you need to stop, bro. You better off being jealous of a dude. And I don't think you need to be jealous of nobody, but damn. Like, of a woman, nah, keep it moving. And ladies, of a man, keep it moving. Like, nah, that ain't it. We playing in two different goddamn fucking leagues.
And y'all get the whole neighborhood. Like, whereas guys we gotta work for that shit unless you just blatantly paying for it. Like, you get what I'm saying? We gotta really put in time. Like, you could just literally go outside right now, fuck, and 9 times out of 10 niggas just want to, you know. So I think there is a bit of jealousy there that is so accessible to y'all, like, where we have to really work for that shit for the most part. Like, you know
I hear the jealousy too, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of access with men. Like, if you have money, you got more than enough access.
You talking about?
You gotta be a certain type of man, though.
I know what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, it's not a lot of dudes that's got all that money that y'all women want, and then on top of that, oh, look, the vanity is so crazy. The materialism, the man, look, it just shows how bad. Like, it like this, y'all. We've gotten to the point in society where women don't even hide it anymore. They don't even hide it anymore. You know how girls used to call guys superficial and shit like that? The number one thing women are looking for in a man is how much money he got. And it's not to the point of, because this is respectable if it was to this point. It was to the point where he could take care of her and him, and they could grow a family together. They could work together and grow it up. If she was worried about a man having that much money, that'd be perfectly fine. Because a lot of average dudes meet that. They meet that criteria. We both gonna be working together to make it happen. We could get it popping. The problem is you're not looking for that guy. You're looking for the guy that has an exorbitant amount of money. These NBA players, these NFL players, these rappers, all these people that have hundreds of thousands of dollars coming in. That's what women want as the bare minimum, as the standard. And that's not majority of people. That's like less than 20% of the population, no matter what country you go to. And it's like, you can't compare that. Those guys that got that much money, yeah, they can do it, but that's a small percentage of the population. The average guy can't do that. He can't do that like that unless he just look really, really good and he can slang that thing. He can get you one time and got you hooked, and y'all just go tell all your friends, and now all your friends want to fuck him too. Don't work like that.
That's what I'm saying. You talking about a certain caliber of men. Yeah. You could be just any
which
caliber
is a small percentage.
Pussy could be stinking. Niggas still up in there.
Niggas hold their nose.
You could be that woman that you was talking about earlier. They ain't got nothing going on for herself, but she go outside, raise her hand, and she gonna get niggas.
She could get the Ben Simmons of the world. Like, she ain't really doing nothing outside of her looks. You know what I mean? Which is a flaw. Like, that's a flaw. Like you always talk about, just valuing a woman purely off of looks and not off of the other substances that she could provide in a long-term successful relationship. And a lot of men tend to do that. We see, damn, shorty look bad, we just assume that she might have the personality to match the, the looks, and normally it don't match the look. I'm gonna be honest. With you know what I'm saying?
So y'all think what y'all dig instead of y'all mind, pretty much. Is
I mean, that's historically
every time. I'm
also starting to think. I'm also starting to think it is an excuse now because I don't believe it. Like what Chemo has mentioned, how like the women's stats that women cheat more than men now, and y'all like to say, like you even just said that women needs to be more have an emotional bond before they cheat and stuff like that.
Right.
Now, women are so much turning into men now, and they masculine and sexually liberate. We need to stop challenging them. Like I don't want to challenge a woman no more to prove you like, oh, you can't be more manly than me.
Yeah.
You know what? You can't fuck more than me. They doing everything we saying not to do. Literally the
who said I can't get emotions?
They tired
right now.
Who said I can't fucking not care? Bring that. You know what I mean? They fucking out here. Like I don't know.
Nah, but women are tired, and you can't blame them because it's just like.
But y'all not winning in the
women tired of what though?
Wait, but can I just ask y'all something? Because it was something y'all said as far.
No. See, that question right there, I wanted to hear the answer to that. What are women tired of? Like real shit. That's the question that we need to ask.
Y'all not winning in that.
Women tired of what though?
Real shit, Ace. What are they tired of? What are women tired of? Because I'm really starting to really think about that. And that's a really serious question. And I need to do a whole show. And I'm gonna just ask women, what women tired of? What y'all tired of? What y'all tired of? And then we're gonna do a show asking me, what we tired of? What are we tired of? Because I'm like, what? Like I hear ladies say that all the time. They tired of this, they tired of that. Like tired of what? What is put upon you that is a detriment to you? And then contrast that with what men have on top of them. What are you tired of? Because I don't think you're tired of shit. I think you're just lazy. I think a lot of ladies are fucking lazy. And I'm not trying to say that to be mean because I love them. But a lot of ladies are lazy. They want to take the authority that a man has. They want to have that power. They want to have that position, but they don't want to do the work that comes along with it. Like, look, the only thing that freedom is not even a real thing in this world. People think freedom is a real thing. Freedom is, you only have freedom if you can defend it. And ladies ain't really finna go out there and really fight for no damn freedom. We just saw what happened in Ukraine when Russia invaded. They let all the women and children leave. If they would really wanted to be on the same level with these men, they would have stayed and fought. No, they got the fuck on. They got on. They partying in goddamn fucking Istanbul and all this other shit. Got boyfriends and shit. Now they husbands over there dying. Granddaddies over there dying. Brothers over there dying. And we just got to lead the country. Man, look, that's what I'm saying. What are you really tired of? Because the responsibility when shit hits the fan, the responsibility always falls on the men. So what are you tired of? Especially in today's society where women get a lot of privileges. Now, I don't know if I guess privilege is invisible to those who have it. And they don't notice a lot of the privileges that they get. But either way, though, let's keep going.
Wait, but can I just ask y'all something? Because it was something y'all said as far as when it comes to women and women treating sex like it's sacred. Why can't y'all men do the same thing, though?
We could, but, the thing is, women don't hold men accountable.
Do we?
No, y'all don't. And I'm going to tell y'all why y'all don't. If more women held men accountable for the amount of women that they slept with, then more men would value that. But since y'all don't care that a man has slept with the whole community, because y'all still gonna reward him and y'all gonna give him the pussy. Whereas a man, we not gonna reward a woman for the most part for having a lot of bodies. Again, it's two different levels of accountability. I'm not rewarding you for sleeping with a lot of men while you are rewarding me. Matter of fact, you're attracted to me because you knew that I was fucking all these bitches and you wanted to be special.
No, that's not true. And then it's like, in what ways do you mean
the lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Top of that, like, we are not coming into this again. Like I said, when women speak to people, like, we don't care. Like, when women are speaking to you, we're speaking to you because we like you. Like, no, but we like you. We're interested in you. We don't care about your past. If I got 12
baby mamas, you should not be rewarding me with your box.
12 baby mamas is different. Baby mamas is different. That's different. A lot of women still sign up. You got proof for that. You got proof for that.
But you just proved this point, though.
No.
Y'all don't care.
No, but we care.
And men do care.
We care about the kids. I don't know who don't care about the kids. I'm talking about the bodies.
Y'all don't care.
But y'all don't be telling us. Y'all don't be really honest with that. And I don't.
Man, look, see, check the cap, man. Look, we gonna stop there real quick. Like, and I'm gonna show y'all again because we need to pull up numbers and shit. And I need to get these updated even more because I know it done got worse. But let's look at the percentage of women with kids. This is of all women in the United States of America. 86% of women have kids. 86%. 86. And that was 7.5% since 2016. This is from 2018, y'all. Think about this. From 2018. 86%. But when you go down to the men, look at the numbers. 15 to 19, 3% for black men, 1% for white men. Look at 20 to 29, 21% for white men, 24%, well, we can just round that up, 25% for black men, 12% for Asians, 30% for Hispanics. 86% to the highest number on here, 30% for Hispanic men. Ladies, don't sit here and act like y'all give a fuck about a dude having multiple baby mamas. It's the same guys having sex with the same girls. One guy's having sex with all the bitches. And just multiply that per 1,000. That's what's happening. Y'all are literally going after guys that have kids with other women and having kids with them too. You know that girl Cynthia G, the one that hate men all the time? She saw a man that had baby mamas, multiple kids, Rod Parker. And guess what she did? Hopped right on there and became the next baby mama. All these girls running behind Future. Future done showed you, baby mama, baby mama, baby mama, baby mama. What you gonna do? I'm getting Future. I'm gonna be his next baby mama. Nick Cannon, I'm gonna be his baby mama. Like, come on, stop the cap. Y'all ladies flock after dudes if they have something, and you don't care if they have babies. You don't care. So don't try to sit here and try to play it off like it's something else. Like, that's a you problem. Because if you did what you were supposed to do, you would leave them niggas alone. But you don't. So come on now. Like, stop trying to shift the blame to somebody else. We all know that shit to be true. It'd be the same girls getting pregnant by the same fucking dude. Same dude. And they know that motherfucker already got kids. Talking about we be lying. Bitch, I'm gonna let her say that dumb shit like, yeah, they be lying about it. Dude, don't be lying about having no kids.
Y'all don't be telling us, y'all don't be really honest with that, and that don't usually be a conversation.
Women don't be honest about that neither.
But I don't feel like we need to worry about who you was with in the past because it's not going to change anything. But if I'm interested in you, I'm going to speak to you.
I don't like you for
but
what you
if you're
did in the
speaking
past,
to me
I
and
like
I tell
you,
okay, so if a woman tell you, yeah, I had like 25, 30 bodies in the past, you going to be like, oh, nah, next? That's what y'all telling me?
True.
Yeah. Now y'all sick.
True.
There's a lot of people that won't though. That's what I'm saying. A lot of men don't guys like that. You feel me?
You're goddamn right.
We don't want that, baby. I'm sorry, little mama. We don't want that. We don't want that. We do not want that. No man wants to be in a situation where he done wipe this girl up. He treating her like the princess she want to be treated like, the queen she want to be treated like, and then you walk into a banquet room and you hear the dudes in the corner just like, yeah, I smashed her, and she was sucking my dick in the bathroom at Wendy's. Like shit, I didn't even take that bitch on the date. She just dropped down and gave it to me. Like, what dude gonna be happy about that? Like, it's like this toy I wanted. I wanted this great toy. And then as I get the toy, I find out everybody done had a turn with this toy. They don't want this fucking toy no more. Yuck. Yeah, girl, like, what are you talking about? We view it like that. And you should view it like that too, but y'all like that shit for some reason. I don't think we're weird about giving a fuck about your past. I think y'all weird for not. But the onus and the responsibility is not on you either. So I kind of get it, but it's still not right.
So it's just like, it's kind of, but y'all don't think that that's like contradicting in a sense? Like,
yeah,
like,
it is, but they're not going to admit it.
How is that hypocritical? We're more upfront about it.
No, you're not.
No, y'all not.
I'm gonna tell you why it's not hypocritical. 7
bitches.
I'm gonna tell you why it's not.
Life, or I fucked 25 bitches.
I'm gonna tell you why it's not hypocritical.
For me.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Who does that? No man does that. No man is gonna be honest. Y'all men lie about who y'all cheat on us with all the time. Y'all act like y'all don't cheat and y'all cheat. So it's just like, what man is gonna really go up to you and be like, yo, I fucked this amount of bitches?
No, I'm not saying that. We're saying we're upfront about valuing women that's fucking other people.
Let me say, I'm gonna tell you why it's not hypocritical. Because like Eli said, you can go outside and raise your hand and it's gonna be 50 people that's gonna be like, oh yeah, okay. If I go outside and raise my hand out, there's nobody coming to me. You feel me? So it's easy for y'all. If it's easy for y'all gotta, with more power comes more responsibility. You know what I mean? So if it's easy for y'all gotta
vet the men out.
Yeah, y'all gotta treat it as, you know what I mean, the word's not gonna say. Okay, but you know what I'm saying. Like,
how valuable of a pussy y'all think it is when she's been on the market, but she probably only had one partner How valuable would you think a woman is if she had one partner and she's 25, and the other girl is 30 with 25 partners.
Wait, can I ask you something?
Okay.
How do you know she got one partner?
I'm just using an example.
Right.
Even though it's
You should have just gave her a better example. Pick one of the two. Which one do you think is more valuable? If you see 1 million people with this football, see 1 million people with this football, but then you only see 5 people with this speaker, which one do you think is more valuable? Most people are going to say the one that least people have. So if a lot of people done had your girl and ain't nobody had this girl, I'm probably going after this girl. Like to marry and wife. Now smashing, that's a whole nother story. Dudes are smash, we smash hoes all day. The problem is these hoes ain't getting wifed and they don't like it. But nah, man, he should have gave her a better example, man. Which one is more valuable? This or this? Everybody got this. Don't nobody got this. This one's probably more valuable in your mind. Somebody wants something that everybody else doesn't have.
It's like basically what I was just trying to say is like it's way how you handle yourself. Like if you're talking to a dude and you feel like he's mixy, y'all would still talk to that nigga.
No.
That's not always true though. No, that's not always true.
We gotta speak on majority of people.
Yeah, okay.
We can't speak on
But
minority.
even with majority, I just feel like that's probably not true.
And a majority of people.
Like I said, okay, how I feel, y'all saying
y'all
saying based off mixy, like mixy, okay, because they in the height.
Saying that
and they got bitches on their body.
Yeah, they
where
got niggas.
Where a nigga will fuck a girl that's mixy, but won't wife her.
Men having shit going on is gonna have bitches on their body. Period.
Right.
But
if you want a man that has shit going on or has something going for himself, he's gonna have bitches on his body.
How often do y'all see a shorty get wifed up that's mixy?
Often.
A lot of these bitches.
Often.
A lot of them.
Like you just said it though earlier. You said that they be trying to make hoes into wives, and they do.
I don't
think
now he said that's not a majority.
Yeah, that's not a lot of
people.
people.
You don't think that's a majority?
Turning hoes into housewives?
I think it's a majority of niggas making poor selection and having children with women. I would say that, but I don't think but they're not wifing them. They just a baby mama.
I would personally say the portion of baby mamas and wife and hoes is equal.
But look, having a child with a woman is not wifing.
From what I see,
many women
y'all
out
don't really know. Like this, is what I'm saying. Like I could sit here right now and be like, I got 2 bodies, and who gonna tell me what? Like y'all don't know females for real. Like I know females.
And
you know how many times I've seen a shorty and then on Instagram alone, mutual friends. Yo, how you know shorty? Oh, word gets around. Like you get what I'm saying. So if you really that mixy, the word will get around to the point where I'm at. You know, old girl, she was just sucking the whole crew. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
head game 100.
Again, guys are not gonna know. You can lie, but that lie might bite you in the ass when a man come around and be like, yo, the whole team just had that. You get what I'm saying? Now I look at, because number one, you just lied to me. You know what I mean? If you was honest to me, I probably still want to fuck with you, but I would have respected you more like for telling me the truth. Like, you get more.
Hey, look, that's a good example for what's happening with Travis Hunter right now, and that's why it's so much drama. It's not even, honestly, it didn't got past the disrespect. People use the disrespect that she showed towards that boy to dig up dirt on her. And the dirt that they're bringing up now is what's the problem. Was she a stripper? Was she busting it wide open for a rapper? How long ago was this when she was in this boy's house putting shit in the microwave and shit, laid up in the bed and shit? That sexually promiscuous shit is what's the issue. The attitude and the disrespect just opened, it was the first red flag to make people look deeper into it. That past will come back to bite you, baby. Especially if people find out. And women ain't like how they used to be in the past. Because I'm like, look, ladies in the past were hoes. Women in the, man, look, our mothers, our aunties, our grandmas and all that, they was out there getting it just like we be out here getting it. The only difference was it wasn't publicized as much. Now women want to take away the shame of being sexually promiscuous, but also don't want people to say nothing about it. That stigma that you ain't supposed to be out here just showing your body off and busting it wide open and bragging about, eating a nigga ass in France and shit. That shit, women want that to be accepted. And just because they get shamed for it, they want to cry wolf. But I'm like, look, man, the women in the past did the exact same thing. Most people just didn't hear about it. And women need to learn now. Like, look, if you want to move how you want to move, look, honestly, you might want to move in silence so people don't critique you for it. Because women ain't going to never tell you the truth anyways about how many people they done fucked. But most dudes aren't going to ask. They're just going to look and evaluate the bitch from a distance. Unless they get pussy whipped like somebody like Travis Hunter. And see, opposite 1 out of 4 black women are married. There's your proof. Thoughts don't get wifed up. There you go. That's a good way to put it. And the sad part is we say 1 out of 4. We know that number done dropped even further. Like a lot of people automatically go to 1 out of 4. That's 25%. It's less than 25%. It's less than 25. And it's going to keep dropping, sadly to say.
Part of the story, I think, is just always, men are always going to value women, you know what I mean? That
respect themselves.
That respect their bodies a little bit more than women that, you know, are much more liberated. Like, you get what I'm saying? So let me get to this next topic.
I don't care if the women be in the comments like, oh, you saying I don't respect myself because I'm out here fucking? No.
And I just feel like men out there, like whichever camera is recording me, I just feel like they need to be more considerate of women who have been through things, women that like, you know, I can't speak for everybody's situation, but like there's people out there that have been through like, you know, rape in the past, or people have touched them and things of that sort. Like,
extreme situation.
Like and aside from extreme too,
we don't count that against you. Like I'm trying to say, we don't. If you got touched, that would never even get put on your body count in my book. That'll be something that you need to talk to somebody about and get your mind right mentally to recover from that, to heal from that. But we wouldn't hold that against you. We wouldn't hold that against you. You going out here and just willfully fucking everybody in the club and fucking everybody on the football team, yeah, we gonna hold that against you. But if somebody came and took something from you, we not finna. No, hell no. We wouldn't hold that against you, girl.
Like just basic situations, father issues, things like that, and it turns them into the person that they are today. And sometimes
you know why I can't respect that? Because you talk about father issues and stuff like that, right? See, this is the thing, and we go back to the feminine thing, the masculine thing, and you have to make me feel, you know, submissive or whatever the case is, right? We often say, you know, if a man came up to you and said, you know, I'm feminine until I can meet a woman that can make me masculine, women would not look at him the same way. I wouldn't be like,
you're right.
I understand where he's coming from. You know, I can never use that. You know what? I had a single mother. I didn't have a father, so I don't know how to be masculine. Women will look at me like, nigga, what? All right, let me go find a nigga that is leading his masculine. Again, so that's how I think men are looking at, you know, the lack of femininity that women are saying, like, hey, well, I can't be masculine because of X, Y, and Z, which is understandable.
We shouldn't need to be masculine.
At a certain point, like me, at my age, I can't hit. I'm not using that. I'm not trying to hit that as an excuse. You get what I'm saying? Because you would never respect me if I use that as an excuse. So I need you to come healed, and I need you to lead in your femininity, because I'm gonna lead in my masculinity, and I'm going to want the feminine energy. I don't understand the feminine energy is what makes masculine men want to protect and provide for women. So if y'all want to meet us with masculine energy, all we gonna get is head bumping and arguing and who's more alpha and who's more dominant, and that's not gonna make for a successful
But how does women's feminine energy, like, how is them not having a father affecting their feminine energy? It's not. It's just like, you know, how can I say it? It's just that they didn't have the father figure, so they didn't have a man figure in their life. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're a man. So if you don't have a father figure and you say that, it's like, okay, what you mean you're not a man because you don't have a father figure? You're a man. But I'm a woman. If I say I don't have a father figure, I'm just saying I didn't have nobody to look to as like,
because I mean,
you know, that
I'll break this down for her. It's easy work, man. It's easy work. The reason the father is so important, we're going to break down that issue right here. The reason the father is so damn important in these situations. First off, look, that young man not having a father, he can't teach him how to be masculine. He's going to take the traits of his mother, and he's going to be very feminine. He's going to act on his emotions on the regular. A father helps regulate that. And then vice versa to the daughter. A daughter can't really drop, like women say it all the time, I can't get rest in my femininity because I don't feel protected by a man. Well, when a daughter has a father around, he has that protection, that barrier to allow her to be that girl. Using y'all female logic. Allows her to be that young girl, be that innocent young child that doesn't have to worry about the world. Because her father's there to protect it. She learns femininity. But y'all keep trying to make it seem like, yeah, my daddy wasn't there, so I couldn't be feminine. But we got Op in the building. What's up, Op? Is Op ready? Op. You there?
Yeah, I was just messing with you.
Oh shit, man. Go ahead, give me your thoughts so far. We right here at the end of this one.
You got another video?
Yeah, I got a couple more.
Okay, I guess on the last thing what she was saying about the trauma and stuff, you know, going through, is like, this is where women mess up. You know what I'm saying? They expecting men to, as soon as we meet them, act like therapists and assess them to make sure they're all good and fine and all that. You know what I'm saying? Which is beta pill activity, which men actually kind of do on a normal. You know what I'm saying? Try to be respectful of women, but it's like pop the balloon, and what we talking about right now. First impression. Your first impression and how you meet somebody is how they gonna treat you normally. So if you move in a certain way, we're gonna look at you that way because we out in the real world. We don't have time to assess everybody individually that we meet. That's just like, say you driving in the car, you driving down the street. You have to assess the whole, parameter around you about being safe and not getting into a car accident or somebody not hitting you and forcing you to get into a car accident. If somebody turns in front of you and do something stupid, you can't assess it that maybe they having a bad day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just slow down, and you know what I'm saying, they didn't mean to hit me. No, you might get mad and say, you dumb motherfucker, and you know what I'm saying, swerve around and all of that. You know what I'm saying? It's like like I said, the pop the balloon effect. Everybody you run into, you don't have the time to assess them like they're a normal person. And that's what women fuck up, is because they expect men to do that. Even though you keep saying, I am woman, hear me roar. Guess what that means? We doing that. So I think that's why it's a good thing when we talking, so that men can understand, like, hey, or especially young man, like, dog, fuck what they say, move how you gotta move, because this your life. You only got one life to live. You can't worry about pampering a bitch, especially in general, and you don't know none of them. So that be the problem. And then a lot of times they be having birds on here that ain't that smart anyways. But shout out to Daily Wrap Up Crew.
There is a lot of birds up in here. I don't even know how to say this. Coranu? GG's. I guess it was, hey. All right. Gotcha. I'm going to finish this last little part and I'll get my thoughts on it real quick.
Your mother raised you.
And I'm feminine.
No, and how you think she was raising you? Your mother was not feminine raising you. Your mother was masculine raising you. She was teaching you how to be independent.
And how to not need
and how to not need a man.
Yeah,
so she's not teaching you how to be with a man. She teach you how to be strong and independent. So you come in with that mindset
where she can be feminine, but she was never around a man that was in a position that brung out that femininity in her. Like I said, this is a long-winded conversation.
Yeah.
Well, it's a conversation that need to be had more often though, because this breakdown. What happened to my shit? This breakdown that we're having. Oh yeah, I clicked on that shit earlier. The breakdown that we're having in the household ain't really holding up, because a lot of ladies don't understand this game. Like, first off, your body count and your past is gonna matter. You just gonna get that out the way. We don't need to keep having to have this conversation. Like, look, if you out there moving like a hoe and people know you moving like a hoe, don't be surprised when you don't get the options or the outcomes that you want in life. When it comes to relationships, like, dudes are not attracted to whores, not to marry. Now they'll smash, especially on a hard night. Motherfucker just need to get one out the way. But we're not attracted to that. We're not trying to start a family with a hoe. So you need to move past that and figure out whatever you need to figure out. Coronu said, you should say, if women are so free, why are they so single? He said, part of my English. Now, where you from, man? Write it in the chat. I want to know, because so far you seem pretty straight. But it's just crazy, man. Look, that's my thoughts on it, man. I ain't even gonna go no deeper into that, because I don't even think that's you ain't beat that dead horse too many times. What you got out?
Yeah, it ain't really nothing. That's why I asked you about this video, that clip being old, because I remember seeing it a couple times, and I mean, at least they wasn't really disrespectful. These birds they got on the couch. You know what I'm saying? At least they wasn't disrespectful about it. But maybe the next one will be better.
And they just put this up 17 hours ago. It's a new video. But Coronu said he's from Transylvania. All right, that's what's up. Say out there in Romania and Europe. Yeah, hey, look, man, we have Halloween around here and shit. Dracula and all that, the Castlevania, Transylvania type shit. Yeah, man, I fuck with you. That's what's up, though, man. Shout out for the people in Europe, man. Rocking out with your boys today. But they released that one like fucking 17 hours ago. I was surprised with that one when I saw it, when I ran across it. But I'm gonna switch it up, because I'm gonna say the worst for last year. I told you, it just goes downhill from there for the rest of the night. Well, for the rest of the day on this shit. That doesn't answer. It's just downhill from here. It's just downhill. So as usual, I like to cover these cop videos from time to time, and I don't have to go ahead and say ahead of time. Shout out to my boy Lackluster Shout out to him because he's doing the hard work that I ain't got to do because I wouldn't want to have to go compile all this shit. But yeah, this next one's gonna be a cop one, so get ready to check it out. Let's see what we got.
This guy doesn't answer questions.
I don't answer questions.
He doesn't answer questions.
I don't answer questions.
They're recording on their cell phones right now. You're over here with a firearm flashing right at me.
Welcome back to the Lackluster Channel. Today we're looking into a traffic stop initiated by the Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office, where Deputy Hackler pulled over the real constitutional upholders and would allege that he was speeding. The video begins as Deputy Hackler places his phone call on hold.
I'll be right back.
Okay, 46.
A moment later, he is at TRCU's window.
Good evening. I'm Deputy Hackler with the Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office. The reason I was pulling you over is you were going a little fast down there on Arapahoe Road. It's 45 and you're going way fast.
Okay.
Do you know how fast you were going?
I don't answer questions.
You don't answer questions?
No. Here's my registration, license, and I'm building my insurance right now.
Okay, perfect.
1 second.
Well, I had to do 103 to catch up to you from Piccadilly and all the way up to Buckley's before I caught up to you.
Did you clock me on radar? Or?
No.
Oh, so you didn't clock me?
No.
You just caught up to me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I understand.
Visually, I estimated your speed around like 65. Okay.
Colorado does allow its deputies to issue speeding tickets based on their personal observation alone. However, without the use of speed measurement devices and relying solely on the deputy's claim that he sped 2.5 times over the speed limit in the absence of an emergency to catch another driver, it would be very difficult for the officer to prove the violation in court. We'll touch on that more later, but for now, Deputy Hackler continues to ask questions and TRCU continues to refuse answering.
Who's
All right, I'm paused right here for a second. So we see what's going on pretty much in this situation. You had a guy, supposedly he was driving. The cop is saying that he was speeding and he got behind him. It's pretty much their traffic stop. Now, there are a lot of things in here where people will say this or say that. And I know one of the things that would trigger people in America, because we got a lot of people, we call them bootlickers around here, people that just support the cops no matter what and always try to defend or take the side of the cop. Well, in this situation, that first instance would have popped in when the guy said he didn't answer questions. And I always advocate for the citizen. I believe everything this young man is doing right now in this car is correct. Like, look, the cop said he stopped you because he said you speeding. Okay. Legally what I'm obligated to do, license, registration, here's my proof of insurance, trying to be nice about it. He's being very cordial. He just telling the cop, and this is the part that probably gonna spark it off for a lot of people. I don't answer questions. When he said that, and he's not answering questions because this shit is recorded, y'all. This shit is recorded. Hopefully they have a body cam, and it's gonna be his word against your word. So if this officer can get him to admit that he was speeding on camera, look, there's nothing he can say in court. You already admitted to it that night. So I'm like, he's being smart. He's keeping his mouth closed. He's not finna answer no questions. Like, look, just write me my ticket and I'll go about my business. And that's how a lot of these traffic stops should go. Like, officer just come to there. He ain't got to tell you what to stop you for. Then you get your license, registration. All right, you run your shit. Come back, bring your ticket. We can move on and go about our business. The common courtesy would be to tell me why you stopped me. But then after that, there ain't no arguing on the side of the road. Just go write my ticket and go on about my business. But watch this. The officer is not going to like the fact that the guy's not trying to talk to him. Let me see. And I missed a few comments. Shout out to CJ. CJ in the building said, yo, shout out to the network. Karonu said, hopefully I'm saying that right. Karanu. I hope I'm saying it right. But he said, in my country, in my city, if a woman talks mad, she gets slapped. It's normal here. It is normal here. People equal, you know. He said, respect. I'm saying he'll be right back. We got Miss Jackson in the building. She ready for this. She said, "Cops on Sundays, nigga. Let's get it." Let's see. Hold on. Let me finish these comments real quick. Like, Coronu said, "Sorry for the English," and he said, "Respect your work." Now you good, man. CJ said, "If he was black, he would have been out of the car for saying that shit." You know, the funny thing is, he is black. It's a black dude in the car. And then Coronu said, "Never speed on camera, man." You right about that. Well, we got Miss Jackson in the middle, man. What's going on, girl? Give me your thoughts. Tell the people what it is.
Hey, what's good, y'all? It's Kanique Jackson coming to you here soon at School for Justice. Just jumping on right now, trying to get a feel of the narrative of the story. but from what I'm hearing, he just got pulled over for no reason.
But there you go. I ain't even gonna say no reason. And shout out to Alexis. The cop said he was speeding, so I'm getting caught the benefit of that out on that. You said you think he going fast? Okay, he going fast. Write him a ticket. But the cop even gave up something, which lets you know it might not be a true, actual, legit stop. He didn't clock that boy. He said he didn't clock him. He said he just visually saw you. And that's why Lackluster went into the law. Like, yeah, they are allowed to pull people over for suspecting them of speeding, but it's going to be an issue when you get into court because you got to prove that this person was actually speeding. If it's just the officer's word, and you'll see how it all play out. You'll see how it all play out. Let's keep rocking for a second.
I don't answer questions. Okay. Is that valid insurance good? Oh, can you,
y'all saw the way he looked at him? Y'all said, look, they take the cop off. Look at them eyes. We might have an issue, y'all. But look at them eyes when the guy says he doesn't want to answer questions, which is his legal right to do. Look at the way the cop looks at him. Now, I don't want to remember, y'all, and this I keep trying to beat these points down. And I'm gonna get your thoughts on it, Mr. Jackson. They are law enforcers. They are there to uphold the law. And with me using my rights, which is entailed in the laws, these laws protect my rights. With me using my right to not say nothing to you, that's the type of energy you get. Look at that look. That's a look at this thing. But what you think? Because I think it's crazy.
Oh yeah, he already on one. And so, this, as he can see, this man is exercising his rights. So, hey, just go ahead and go along with the protocol, with the procedures. You know what I'm saying? Call for backup if necessary. Do what you got to do to cover your back. You know what I'm saying? And explain to him why you felt the need to pull him over, what's going on, and if the law or the traffic laws has been violated, what the consequences will be. And that should be, you know what I'm saying? That's the way you saw that.
Yeah. And see, Corona's, damn, y'all ain't got no black people in y'all city, man? That's crazy. That shit, well, y'all are up there, man. It's a little cold over there in Romania and shit. But hey, y'all got some nice weather too, though. Fucking, yeah, man. In this situation, look, we gonna see how it play out. He told him that he pulled him over for speeding, but he already also told him that he didn't clock him at no speed. He ain't got no speed reader in there. Or if he do, he didn't use it. So the man just giving this shit. And honestly, this should be a quick interaction, y'all. License, registration, proof of insurance. Okay, go run it, write me a ticket, bring it back. So let's see how the rest of this shit play out. But he's looking at him crazy right now.
Okay. Is that valid insurance good? Oh, can you pull up again?
After verifying the insurance, Hackler returns to his phone call, where his frustration with constitutional rights becomes apparent.
This guy doesn't answer questions.
Hello?
That's what he says. I asked him if he knew how fast he was going because I had to do over 100 to catch up to him. And he says, I don't answer questions.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah, that's nice.
Mm-hmm. And then he's driving a car that's not his. And I asked him who this person is, and he says, I don't answer questions.
This could get interesting.
Who are you talking to? Ain't you supposed to be on the job working? Who are you talking to? Who you talking to, y'all? I'm doing like I'm just being honest. I don't think that's professional. Who are you talking to? You supposed to be working right now.
So as we can see, he's already plotting and got a scheme up his sleeve.
I don't know if he's plotting yet, but I'm saying like who he talking to? Like he talk like first off, there should be some level, I would think, some level of professionalism doing your job. And while you're in the midst of doing your job, I just wouldn't think you would just go get on the phone and start talking to somebody. Like, I work at AT&T, I'm the manager, and I got somebody in here coming to complain about their bill. So you're like, yeah, man, I'm hold up, give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Man, girl, this motherfucker in here talking crazy and shit. I'm like, that's not professional to me. Who are you talking to, man? Who are you talking to? Motherfucker said, Corona said, who's that woman? CJ saying, sounds like his damn wife. And then Corona said, I want to marry her. All right, now, she got a soft voice. But I just think it's unprofessional. Like, you in the middle of a traffic stop, y'all say these stops are some of the most dangerous. They're like, you could lose your life the fastest at these ones. And you on the phone just having a conversation with somebody while you writing somebody a ticket. So I'm like, I just think that's a little odd, in my honest opinion. I just think that's a little odd. But either way, though, I'm going to keep playing. I shouldn't even stop for that. But that was odd to me.
It's very interesting. And a moment later, Deputy Mitchell Bramblett arrives on scene.
I got back up. Okay.
All I was doing is flying past. I was heading eastbound. He was heading westbound. Flipped around, and I was almost to Liverpool, like Piccadilly area. So I turn around, try to catch up to him. I'm like doing like 106, trying to catch up to him. I don't catch up to him until like Buckley, and he's like weaving around traffic and shit. Oh, shit. So I'm gonna get him for speeding and reckless. He doesn't answer questions, by the way. What? He doesn't answer questions. He's driving somebody else's car, but he won't tell me who that person is.
During their chat, Deputy Hackler notifies Bramblett that the passenger is recording. Why becomes apparent soon.
They're recording on their cell phones right now. Huh? They're recording on their cell phones right now. So you know.
Ask yourself this question. Why would he need to tell his backup that they're recording? If everything's on the up and up and y'all always do things by the book, by the code, why would you have to warn your backup that they're up there recording? Give me your thoughts, Ms. Jackson.
Yeah, so I like I said from jump, I think he already had like a plot and a scheme up his sleeves because he felt some type of way that the guy was intelligent enough to know his rights, and then no, he didn't have the audacity to exercise his rights. You know, so I think he already got a plot. That's why he made a phone call to whomever that may, and then now his he feeling some type of way and want to like make a reason, find a reason for this whole traffic stop to lead into a different direction. So that's the way I'm viewing it.
All right. Now, I will tell you, he didn't call nobody after he got in the car. He was already on the phone with whoever the fuck he was on the phone with. So supposedly when he supposedly saw this guy speeding, now it throws in my mind, because when he sat in the car, that person was already on the phone. He just got in the car and started talking. And then that person started responding. So it's making me wonder, if you was on the phone with this person, you still on the phone with this person at this traffic stop, was you on the phone when you supposedly saw this man speed? Because I would just get the timestamp. I like no bullshit. I would just get the timestamps. I would forward you all that information. Like, okay, he on the phone with somebody. Okay, when he initiated his lights. Okay, at this time. All right. Well, I need to forward you his goddamn phone records to see if he was on this goddamn phone.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, so I'm like, if you were on the phone, then how the fuck did you even see me speeding?
Exactly.
I'm wondering, like, it just stopped even legit. But then on top of that, he's warning the guy, man. The reason I think he warned him, because I don't think they on the regular do the up and up stuff. It's like, hey man, I know we got our body cameras and we can move certain ways where you can't see shit on the body cam, because y'all remember they always sit right here. That's why you see cops sometimes turn some shit. They'll turn their body cam, and that's when we get them videos where they don't turn it up. You see them planting drugs and planting guns on people. We didn't cover these videos many a times. They know how to hide it to a certain extent. But he warning this dude. I think he warned them mainly because they might not always operate on the up and up. But we gonna see what happens right here. Because so far, guy speeding, he can't tell him how fast he was going, how much he was speeding. So it's just gonna be a simple ticket. So let's see if they actually just serve a ticket.
Huh?
Which one's recorded?
The one in the passenger seat. Here's documents back. All right, like I said, I visually estimated you at 65 and a 45.
Visually estimated me?
Yeah, when I was going westbound or eastbound, you were going westbound. You flew past me,
and you didn't clock me with any sort of radar.
No,
or any sort of.
It was visual, but you were definitely going.
When is the last time that your eyes have been calibrated?
It doesn't matter about my eyes.
TRCU displayed US v. Sowards on screen, and the text is correct. The court held that law enforcement must rely on more than their subjective judgment in situations where precise measurements like speed are at issue. The court stressed that using reasonable suspicion to circumvent the Fourth Amendment requires more concrete evidence, especially in cases like a speeding violation. However, it's important to note that the case was a decision by the Fourth Circuit, and its ruling is not binding on courts in Colorado, as it is located within the 10th Circuit. Cases from outside a particular jurisdiction can be cited as persuasive authority, meaning that while a Colorado court is not required to follow the ruling in US v. Sowards, it can consider the reasoning of that decision if the circumstances are similar. But more interestingly, in a previous episode we dissected the 10th Circuit Court of Appeals case Irizarry v. Yahia. This case was not only decided in the same circuit and state, in fact, the Irizarry case occurred in the neighboring county. During the incident that sparked that case, Eric Brandt and Liberty Freak TV were observing a DUI.
Shout out to that guy. Shout out to that guy. You see his shout out to that guy right there.
Yeah.
Shout out to him, man. If anybody got an issue with that, then guess what? That's your problem, man. That's a personal problem right there. I think it's funny, but I don't think it's illegal. Oh, actually, I know it's not illegal. So shout out to that guy. Shout out to him for that shit. Fuck them cops. But let's keep going. I'm sorry.
Why investigation? When Officer Yahia arrived on scene.
If I would have known this was in the video, I would have made that part of the thumbnail. I would have literally clipped that part and put it in the thumbnail.
Hey, it's the highlight. That's the highlight though on it.
That shit right there clean. I like that shit. Either way, I'm sorry. Here we go.
And stood directly in front of Liberty Freak's camera.
Hey, get the f*** out of his face, Paul. Out of my what's wrong with you?
A moment later, he would use his flashlight to prevent Eric Brandt's camera from recording the scene.
Are you a clown? Oh, it's gotta be one f***ing jack to f*** the whole thing up. What the f*** is wrong with you people?
The men attempted to file a complaint with the supervisor on scene, but were met with closed ears, so Mr. Irizarry sued Officer Yahia pro se under 42 U.S. Code 1983, alleging that the officer violated his First Amendment rights. The district court dismissed the complaint for failure to state a claim, finding that Mr. Irizarry had alleged a constitutional violation, but held that Officer Yahia was entitled to qualified immunity because the violation was not one of clearly established law. Liberty Freak appealed, and the University of Colorado School of Law, the Electronic Frontier Foundation, the Cato Institute, the National Police Accountability Project, and the First Amendment scholars filed amicus briefs on behalf of Liberty Freak. Finally, on July 11th of 2022, the 10th Circuit Court of Appeals reviewed the district court's opinion and the allegations that Officer Yahia intentionally positioned himself directly in front of Mr. Irizarry to make sure he intentionally obstructed the camera view and attempted to saturate Eric's camera sensors by shining an extremely bright flashlight at it, and that Officer Yahia's actions amounted to a blatant plier restraint, and Officer Yahia deprived him of his rights to freedom of the press and sought to punish Mr. Irizarry for exercising his rights. Upon reviewing the district court's decision, the 10th Circuit Court reversed, revoking Officer Yahia's qualified immunity because of the many sibling circuit court decisions that recognized the right to film the police.
What's your name?
Bro, picture that. And this is why it's a big issue in America. For a lot of folks like Corona, y'all might not know how they do a lot of shit in America. But and he got a question for you, Miss Jackson, too. So hey, gonna write this question in the chat. But a lot of people don't understand, in America, these motherfuckers don't give a fuck. Hey, I'm just gonna let you know right now. These motherfuckers, the cops don't give a fuck, the courts don't give a fuck. And we already saw right here in this situation right here, off of that video. People don't understand how much their rights are really being violated on a regular. This guy's trying to record a stop, and he has the right to record a stop, freedom of the press. And cop comes out, stands in front of one guy, then he gets his flashlight and starts flickering in their camera because he know it blinds the light. So he took it to the court. He's like, nah, I'm gonna sue you, I'm taking it to court. You can't be doing that shit. That's again, you violate my rights. The regular court around his area. Now, he got qualified immunity. You didn't tell us enough of what he did. Motherfucker didn't give up on it. And this is the problem in America, you gotta have a lot of money to fight these things, or you gotta have a lot of people to back you up. He was like, nah, fuck that. All these other different agencies had to come together to get this information to send it to the Supreme Court so they can figure it out. And guess what they said? Nah, he did violate that man's rights. How did one court get it right and the other court get it wrong?
Exactly. And I do want to stress the issue that, each state do have their own laws, of course, but it is definitely not a crime nor illegal to record an incident or an officer while in active duty. Even the police department and the company, they equipped all of their employees and officers with cameras. And that law had passed, I think, if I'm not mistaken, maybe about 10 years or so prior, where
yeah, he required that. It's a federal law that y'all gotta have body cams.
Correct. Behind brutality. So that's not a crime at all. No rights were being violated. And this, man just looked like he was in his feelings and got way out of line and felt some type of way because this gentleman and other people surrounded was recording and videotaping. And, as a loyal officer and loyal to your company, you should want an outsider to record you. You should want everything that's being taking place on camera. So can't nobody say who shot John and try to do anything to boogie you up or circle you up if the situation was to occur to get out of control or go to the courts or a higher issue or to your superior. Hey, the proof is in the pudding. And you know what I'm saying? So but I just want to definitely stress that issue that there is definitely no crime and you have every right to record any incident, whether it's being done to you or to someone else. And to answer, I believe that's Karanu question, why the cop had his hand on the gun before talking. That's a great question because there was no crime had been committed at this point of violence or anything of that nature. Nobody's life was in danger or anything like that. And so that is a great question. There was no purpose and no need for him to conversate with this young man and have be like prepared, to use his weapon. So that was definitely out of order.
All right. Let's keep rocking.
YEHIA.
Now with the ruling in Irizarry Viahia in the 10th Circuit, if TRCU were to pursue civil action on this case, Deputy Bramblett would almost certainly lose his qualified immunity, and a door would be open for TRCU to argue against the officer's ability to pull a person over without radar, LiDAR, or pacing in the 10th.
I see why he showed that. I see why he showed that other video. I didn't even notice that. The guy in the passenger seat that was recording, he had it on face record. Like, your front facing camera, he was recording that way. I didn't notice that the cop was shining his flashlight right on his phone. I didn't even notice that. But that's what he was doing. That's why he brought up that whole, because I was like, man, I think that whole point's kind of like pointless. What's the point he's saying it for? But watch it right here. The guy's recording on the front of his phone. You can see the light on it right now.
The door would be open for TRCU to argue against.
He puts the flashlight right on his phone. So he can't record. That phone can't see shit now. It's just white light.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even notice that. Okay. Well, he go, yeah. I guess that shit actually plays in with it. Let's keep going.
The officer's ability to pull a person over without radar, LiDAR, or pacing in the 10th Circuit.
You flew past me.
And you didn't clock me with any sort of radar?
No,
or any sort of
it was visual, but you were definitely going
When is
too
the last
fast.
time that your eyes have been calibrated?
It doesn't matter
Bullshit.
about my eyes.
Okay.
I've been trained.
You've been trained?
Yeah.
Okay.
To visually
I'm
estimate.
going to go to court for this.
That's fine.
I'll fight it.
So I'm citing you for speeding 20 plus in a 45. Okay. And reckless driving because there was other cars that you're driving past, weaving in and around traffic.
Weaving in around the traffic. Yep. Okay. I have a dash cam, by the way.
That's fine.
That records my speed.
So you should have seen that other car that you cut off right before you went to the light when I finally caught up to you.
I didn't cut them off. I had plenty of space.
Okay, that's fine. Either way, Your court date is going to be Monday, October 7th, 2024 at 2 p.m. I will be there.
For sure.
Arapahoe County Combined Court. It's down there. There's the address right there. All right. I just need a signature from you right here saying that you'll show up to court.
Not an admission of guilt?
Nope.
No problem. Right here?
Yep.
There's my signature autograph. There
Perfect. Here's your citation.
No problem.
Drive safe.
Business card?
My name's on there.
I can't get your business card. Can I get yours, sir?
Drive safe.
Can I get your business card?
All my information is on my.
I want your business card. It's professional for you to just give me your business card. Is that too much to ask for? The stop's over, so can I just get your business card? That's all I want.
Why are you getting out of your vehicle right now?
Huh? I didn't hear what you said.
You need to step back in your vehicle.
The traffic stop's over.
Correct.
So can I get your business card?
And you're over here with a firearm flashing right at me.
I'm open.
Get back in.
Is open carry illegal? It's not.
Get back in your car.
Or else what?
Have a good day.
I need your business card.
My information is on the citation that I gave you.
Because I'm going to request all this, the video evidence for your body cams, and I want to request all this information.
Okay. You can get all that.
I'm a lawyer. I want your business card. Hey, there you go. I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's all you had to do. Can I get yours?
Literally, all his badge.
No, I understand that, but I like the business card just so I can give it to my lawyer. It's not the first time I've been to this. Don't be scared of firearms, bro. It's the Second Amendment.
I'm not afraid of firearms.
I see your memorial band.
Yeah.
Marine Corps.
Marine Corps.
Thank you for your service. That's all you had to do.
Okay. Have a good day. Drive safe.
Traffic stop's over. I'm free to go, right?
Go. Yeah. Go.
We're going to stop right here for a second. Tell me what you saw that was wrong with that, Ms. Jackson. Because I know you've seen some things. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I did want to mention a minute back where something had occurred, and I had meant to mention it earlier. But yeah, he should automatically identify himself. That's kind of like first rule. It's if you decide to initiate and take action in the case where you said that he was speeding, you gave him a ticket, you got to go to court on it or whatnot. You need to identify yourself as that officer. You know, in what department you work for, blah, 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 blah. What's your position, your badge number, so forth and so on. So every citizen has a right to know who they're dealing with, to, you know, and ask. He should have volunteered once you gave him the citation or the ticket, rather. You should volunteer to give your card, your business card. That definitely shouldn't be, you know, no issue, or you feeling the need to be all on guard because the gentleman stepped outside the car to ask you for your identification. He shouldn't have to ask you for your identification, first of all, from the start. And second of all, if he did step outside the car, you know, you just address the guy, give him your identification. I mean, my thing was you was looking for a reason, you know, to escalate the situation or say that the young gentleman was attempting to be violent. And then there was another issue occurred that kind of slipped my mind real quick that I did want to address. It'll come back to me here in a few.
All right. Well, check it. Yeah, I think it's a little pussy of him, because I'm like, first off, you already came when he was finally giving them the ticket or whatever the hell. He was sitting there trying to argue with the person in the car. Just give him the ticket, man. Like, you saying that he did this, he's saying I didn't do it. Now you want to go back and forth with him on it. Like, man, look, he said he didn't do it. You said he did it. Keep on doing what you got to do with your ticket. You want to be a little argumentative with him, and people will say, yeah, that nigga in the car was argumentative with the cop. I'm like, look, you saying I did something. I'm just telling you I didn't do it. But outside of that, go ahead.
Go ahead. I didn't cut you out.
It came back to you. Go ahead.
Yeah, it came back to look. It came back. I thought about it. So he mentions. I saw you when he went to the young gentleman to write out the ticket. He said, "I saw you speeding and swerving and so forth, and cut somebody off, and you was going over 20 miles per hour in that lane. I think it was a 45 mile per hour lane." First of all, how did you see anything when you was on your phone? When you was on your phone talking to your wifey or, you know, whoever, whatever your own, you know, personal thing, people, you know, you was on the phone, you know what I'm saying, doing your own little thing. And so I'm not saying that, you know, you wasn't looking around and of course noticing your environment, but your full attention was not there. You had a distraction by being held up into a personal conversation. So I did want to mention that, you know, that I believe that plays a big part in it.
Oh yeah, that's why I said I would FOIA all that shit, man. Like that, him being on that phone is very important, because how could you actually see me doing this if clearly we have a way of saying that you were distracted from what you were supposed to be doing? And then on top of that, dude, old buddy read the law multiple times. Like they can't. I thought they could visually stop somebody for that. They can't. They can't. He said it multiple times. Look, Carano said in his country, for 10 grams of weed, you get 5 years. Talk about this European Union. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know what it is in America, but it might be worse than that in America. I don't know.
Right.
I think it varies by state, but yeah, they got some stupid ass weed laws. They used to lock motherfuckers up for life for that shit. But CJ said nigga got mad because he asked for a business card, but would be damn well. Nigga got mad because he asked for a business card, but will damn near drag a motherfucker for not giving up a license. You are 100. You are correct, man. You 100% correct on that. He will drag a motherfucker out of a car. Let's see. Grown said he like it here. We got Hurricane in the building. Salute Hurricane. I know he's Viva Revolution. Fuck these pussy ass cops. But look, I think it's just funny in this situation. Like the other cop handed the guy the card. He wasn't so terrified about it. The other cop was trying to get out of there. And only after the other cop handed his card did the original cop give him his card. This whole shit right here with him getting out of the car could have been avoided when he asked you for his business card when you was walking away. You could have just gave it to him then. But you being on some childish ass shit, which could have been a situation because the black man being stupid, I'm be honest. Bro, you got out of the car with a gun on you. Some of them motherfuckers will take that as all they need to see. You got out and you got a gun on you. They gonna shoot you dead right there. We done seen it in America. We done seen people get shot for a phone or the imagination of a gun. Like, nigga, you showed them one. But either way, though, it's still your right to do it. I'm just telling you, be smart about it. But dude, all this shit could have been avoided if the cop would have just gave that man the goddamn business card at the goddamn door. But he wanted to have his little attitude because the dude disagreed with the stop and said he's going to report it. So he was like, nah. But something showed on this video that I don't think a lot of people saw. It showed underneath, but I bet money Lackluster going to say something about it in a second. Just check this shit out. Check this shit out.
As stated on screen earlier, the citation was never submitted to the courts.
Did you hear that?
Wow. Citation was never submitted.
Yeah, I'll play it one more time. I'm playing one more time for the folks in the back.
As stated on screen earlier, the citation was never submitted to the court.
The cop never turned the ticket in.
Oh, wow.
He never turned his ticket in. Why did he not turn his ticket in? Like, you know, it's one thing to say, yeah, he didn't show up for the court date when the guy had to show up to court and the cop come there. Because sometimes cops don't show up and they just end up throwing it out unless the person just pleads guilty like a dumbass. He didn't even submit it.
Wow. So all of this for nothing.
That's dollars just getting spent well around here. I think he just wanted to identify that guy. And then he caught an attitude and wrote him a ticket. And he was like, well, I can't really truly prove that he was speeding. And I ain't trying to go to court on no type of date. Man, fuck it. I ain't going to put it in.
Plus, he knew the guy told him that he had his own body cam. Remember, he said he got his own camera. Yeah, so he knew he was going to lose. He knew he was wasting his time.
Identify that man. And then, man, look. And this is why in America, like a lot of people like, man, these cops got a hard job. They out here doing the hard work and all this. Well, hindsight 2020, looking at this situation, bro, you put yourself in harm's way. Wasting tax dollars for what? For what? You pretty much just identified somebody for something that you can't prove, so that could make this an illegal stop. Right off bat. You can't just randomly pull cars over. So if you didn't even submit this, you didn't even agree with what the fuck you did. You didn't even double. Why would you not take this in? I'm pretty sure you wrote a whole bunch of other people tickets, and y'all have quotas to write a certain amount of tickets. So why didn't you turn this one in? Were you over your quota already or something? Or you just like, yeah, I'm just gonna let this one slide. It's very suspicious to me. I'm just putting it like that, y'all. Very suspicious. What you think, Miss Jackson? This is suspicious? It might be suspicious. Just a little bit.
Throw it off, like senseless.
I don't get it. But hey, he wasn't done with this shit. We wasn't done with this shit. Let's keep going.
My guess as to the reasoning why is as good as yours. But while researching this incident, I found a social media post by Deputy Hackler featuring the iconic Guy Fawkes mask and phrase from the film V for Vendetta. This alone exposes his blatant irony. A law enforcement officer, publicly aligning himself with a film that stands as a clear denunciation of authoritarianism and government overreach. As someone whose job it is to enforce and uphold the very authority the film critiques, his post demonstrates either a profound misunderstanding of its message or a willful disregard for it.
People should not be afraid of their governments. Governments should be afraid of their people.
And it's hard to ignore the absurdity of an officer who represents state power while championing a film about fighting that same power. But this isn't an isolated case. It reflects a disturbing trend in law enforcement where officers, while representing the system, loudly complain about government overreach, conveniently ignoring the fact that they are the ones enforcing it. As a matter of fact, it isn't just irony, it's intellectual laziness, and shows a disconnect between those tasked with upholding the law and the principles they're supposed to defend. But as always, I'm more interested in what you think.
Yeah, I want to see what y'all think about that too, because that is a good point to point out. You're tasked with upholding the law, but in your personal time, you sit around and complain about the law. How are you a law enforcer? Like, and think about it, that can go either way. Like, you can be like, well, some laws they don't like, so they're against it. But then there can be laws that they're for and don't enforce. It can go either way. Like, I don't give a fuck if the law says I can't do this. I'm gonna do it anyways because I believe this is what the law should be. You can have people, like, it's just crazy. You can't, like, that V for Vendetta movie. Did you ever watch that? Jackson, you ever watch that? The V for Vendetta movie? Like, she looked like she froze like a motherfucker. Yeah, she froze. All right, we'll get Miss Jackson back in a second. But now, if any of y'all watch that V for Vendetta movie, man, look, it's very interesting because that's pretty much a man going against the government. Going against the government, a tyrannical government, but a government nonetheless. And he's trying to take that bitch down. And for a cop to post that shit, and I'm like, it's easy. Like, think about how fast he found who the officer was that stopped him on this shit. That was quick. But to make certain posts online, I think that shit is very important for the people that we have in positions of power like that. Like, if they just espousing like certain beliefs or certain thought processes when they are supposed to enforce the law fairly across the board, and they show a clear bias towards certain groups or certain people, they shouldn't be in law enforcement. If they have a disdain for the law, they shouldn't be in law enforcement. You shouldn't. That should be an automatic disqualifier, especially if you feel openly to put it on the goddamn internet for everybody else to see too. It's like, come on now. You supposed to uphold this. How the fuck can you be against something that you supposed to be upholding? And a lot of people don't have an issue with that, which is surprising to me. I'm like, nah, man. This motherfucker supposed to be a cop. He's supposed to be enforcing the law. He's supposed to believe in the law. He's supposed to stand for the law. He's supposed to protect my rights, including everybody else's rights, and do shit by the book like he's supposed to. But if he got a problem with that whole system, then bitch, you don't need to be doing it. That's like somebody that can't stand fucking hamburgers, but sit in the back of a burger joint making hamburgers all day. I don't want that motherfucker making my burger. I'm just being dead ass serious, man. But here go, y'all. Final video I got for y'all today. Final video. I said I was gonna say the worst for last. And yeah, it's bad. But I did want to ask a question. Does anybody know who Melissa Ford is, man? Melissa Ford. Anybody know who that is? Anybody know who Melissa Ford is? If y'all don't know who Melissa Ford is, I'm about to show you who Melissa Ford is. I know I downloaded this shit. Yeah, let me see if I can find my shit real quick. Like, y'all bear with me for a second. Melissa fucking Ford. Melissa Ford. Where I save her at? My pictures? Yeah, screenshots. Is it in there? I thought I saved a picture of Melissa Ford, y'all. I thought I did. I don't see it in here. Either I'm just getting blind or something. I might be getting blind. See camera roll? Nope. All right, I ain't got a picture of Melissa Ford. I'm gonna have to pull a picture up of Melissa Ford real quick. Like, let's see this. This shit funny. Well, she saved in my search history. This crazy. Right there at the top. All right. Either way, though. Let me see. All right, bet. Yeah, let me share that. I'll share this on screen for y'all real quick. Like, this is Melissa Ford, y'all. And you're gonna have to just get the best look you can get. But this is Melissa Ford. This chick over here, like, you know, that picture right there, that's Melissa Ford. This is Melissa Ford. I want y'all to get a good look at Melissa Ford. a good look at Melissa Ford. Get a good look at her. Get a good look at this lady. That is Melissa Ford. Good old deal. Look, that's a good picture of her complexion and shit. Her right here. This is Melissa Ford. All right. So you got the image in your head. Got the image in your head. All right. We all good? Good on that? All right. We got the image of Melissa Ford in our head. I want to show y'all something. Let's see. Corona said, do something to change what you feel. Real shit. Got to. I'm doing my part over here though. I tell people that all the time. Some people got to get out there and get it. I already got it. I was in the Marines. I did my job. Now I'm gonna sit back and just speak the good word. But here you go. That's the same lady right there on screen. That's why I'm asking if any of y'all know who Melissa Ford is. That's Melissa Ford sitting right there on screen. Yeah, that's Melissa Ford. Now I told y'all to get a good image of the last picture I showed you because I ain't finna pull it up again. That's Melissa Ford right there. That's her right now. But we are back over here on Madame Noir. Listen to Black women. And you know, every time we cover one of these, it's bad. So let's check it out and see what we got. See what we got right here.
Children didn't happen. And it's probably because I never really saw myself as, being a mom. Like I've been secretly okay with it, but I felt ashamed to actually admit that.
Welcome to Listen to Black Women. I'm L'Oreal, and I'm joined by a whole lot of fun, okay? My ladies here are always going to keep it real, hold it down, and be unapologetically Black, of course. Now let's start.
Y'all gotta admit that
with
look
Jessie
pitchy.
Woo right here.
Having the freedom to be who I want to be.
That wig look rough.
Is having it all.
Danielle Young.
We've gotten to such a privilege of being able to shift the narrative of what womanhood looks like.
Melissa Ford.
We're the rich auntie uncle.
Girl,
that's me.
And of course, Tori.
That girl look like she in bleach. All her skin, y'all. I'm talking about bleach that shit all the way off. All the way off. I'm just saying, man, all the way off. But she ain't the topic of discussion, but damn.
We're the rich auntie uncle.
Yeah.
That's me.
And of course, Tori Hart.
I ended up raising my kids by myself. So you never know how it's gonna play out.
Ladies, we're definitely gonna need some champagne for this one. So let's take a little toast.
Pop champagne. Cheers.
Because we're talking all about the modern day woman. But
all right, here we go.
Before we get into that, I have a bone to pick. Okay, Melissa.
Yeah.
I fell for you, girl. Joe Budden. Now I heard he had a lot to say about Listen to Black Women or Black. What was it?
They came up with a couple of quips and funny little names for the show to, I guess, highlight that I was on a couple of episodes.
Recognize him.
Cheers. Let's cheers again for that one. Shout out to our brothers for Listen to Black Men. Mm-hmm. They come over here. Sometimes they got to check us. Sometimes we got to check them. Mm-hmm. It's an understanding. We have mutual respect. Never called each other out each other's name. Mm-hmm. I just felt for you because I know the type of person you are. I know you're a very smart, beautiful woman. And sometimes it's cringy and hard to watch. To see a man like him try to act like your opinion, that is not valued like it is over here. Because, we value you.
Thank you. It's definitely a situation where, I feel like an interloper. You know what I mean? Like it was very much a man cave before I came along. There was quite a demand to interject a woman's point of view because it was so guy.
Speaking of something else that just makes no damn sense to me. Jonathan Majors. Right?
Oh, Lord.
Numerous times he has said that he's looking for his Coretta Scott. Would you consider yourself a Coretta Scott, ladies?
I think people often forget.
Look at this, y'all, man. They bringing up old shit. And this was like, I'm going to show y'all. This shit was filmed not too long ago. 3 days ago. They bringing up some real old shit with Jonathan Majors. And if y'all don't know, he was a dude that played in the Marvel Universe, Kang the Conqueror, or whatever like that. And he had his incident up in New York with his white girlfriend where he was running down the street from her and they had a big old trial and all this woo-woo stuff. She's bringing up something that happened months ago. So right now the question on the table is, are you a Coretta Scott King? Matter of fact, I'll let her ask the dumb question again. I'll let her ask it one more time.
Jonathan Majors.
Oh, Lord.
Numerous times he has said that he's looking for his Coretta Scott. Would you consider yourself a Coretta Scott, ladies?
I think people often forget that Coretta Scott King is and was an activist. And I find it very weird that after you get caught up with beating on a white woman, and in the midst of trying to rebrand, you go and you get Megan Coretta Scott King.
Because guess where you ain't gonna find Coretta.
And while I love her too, I have to be honest, this man is going to a black woman to rebrand.
But they still together.
Yeah.
And he got found guilty. They still together. So maybe they might be in love.
Megan is a treasure in our community, which is why a lot of people were like, girl, no, because like we hold you up here.
I was stupid as hell. Let me tell you something. I was on air like, ain't no damn way Megan is dating this man.
And let me make something else clear too. It wasn't that black people weren't supporting him. His most viral cover was the ebony cover.
Well, I want to go back to the Coretta Scott of it all.
No. I'm gonna address something real quick right here. Y'all seen how nasty what came out of this lady's mouth? You trying to assume? Okay, here, Jonathan Majors got found guilty of not beating that white woman. He got found guilty of the way he put her back in the car when she was trying to get out the car and chase him. We covered that whole trial. But this black woman coming out the wazoo and saying, see, girl, we warned you not to be with him. What's bad about him? I'm trying to tell you, the only issue that in the energy where all this shit is coming from is because he was with a white woman. It's not about the case or nothing about that. It was about black women were mad that he got with a white woman. But y'all motherfuckers didn't want him anyways. Like, be real. Let's be real. They weren't checking for Jonathan Majors until Jonathan Majors started getting on all these movies and doing all this shit. He was not the dude they looking for. Kind of like Travis Hunter. If Travis Hunter wasn't good at football, it wouldn't be a lot of girls out here trying to get with him. It wouldn't be a lot of them, just because of the way you look. Jonathan Majors ain't the best looking motherfucker out here. Y'all wasn't checking for that dude. Don't get mad. Don't try to hold something over somebody's head because he said he wanted Coretta Scott King. Coretta Scott King is a very traditional, respectable woman of our history that we look up. Like, women should look up to her. You should try to emulate how she carried herself in society. At least the stories they tell about her. They don't be saying she in the club twerking. She was a respectable woman, the wife of Martin Luther King. I don't know what the fuck. The man saying he wants a woman like that. What's the problem with that? But y'all got an issue because he was with a white woman. That's all that is, y'all. They just mad because she was with a white woman.
Oh, because even in that little speech, hearing the audio that he was giving to Grace and telling her, I'm a great man, and I'm like, don't you know who I am? He was comparing himself to Martin, and it's like you're trying to get a first lady, essentially.
I watched a lot of the trial. I read the transcripts. There were a lot of times when he was asking that white woman to save him by not saying anything, by staying quiet.
Exactly.
Right?
I've been in an abusive relationship and I've chased his ass.
Hold on. I'm gonna let that bitch say it again because I got something for her.
And quiet.
Exactly.
Right?
I've been in
The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
You a lying ass bitch. Like, for real, look. She said she watched the court thing and she looked at the transcripts. Bitch, you ain't looking shit.
And it's like you're trying to get a first lady, essentially.
I watched a lot of the trial.
No, you didn't.
I read the transcripts.
No, you didn't.
There were a lot of times when he was asking that white woman to save him by not saying
The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
If that woman actually paid attention to the trial, the things that she's referring to right now is him trying to tell this white woman not to be disrespecting him in public. Don't be coming into my house late, drunk as hell, with random ass friends and shit. I'm out here trying to film a movie and shit. I'm trying to become famous. I just got done doing Marvel. I'm about to do Creed. I'm about to do Ant-Man and the Wasp. Like, bitch, I'm trying to make myself into something. You can't be coming around here with that bullshit. He wasn't trying to tell that girl to be quiet. He was trying to tell her to behave herself. If you read the transcript, if you watched the trial, you would know that. But just saying dumb shit like that, bitch, shut the fuck up. You lying. You a lying ass bitch.
Yeah, this shit crazy, bro. This shit wild. You saw that shit, man?
There be some evil ass motherfuckers, scorned ass bitches that can't get what they want, trying to come out and demonize a man because you mad because he was with a white woman. Like, come on, man. Get past that. But I don't think that's why we here.
Staying quiet.
Exactly.
Right?
I've been in an abusive relationship and I've chased his ass.
Okay.
And he's whooped my ass and stomped me down to the ground. And I had 2 black eyes and I couldn't come outside for months.
Literally.
And that man, people were defending him and people were saying that this is a good man. This is my guy. He's a good guy. And imagine being that woman, white, black, I don't care what color you are, and he whooped on your ass, and everybody's telling you you're lying because you chased him in one video.
Right. Well, you know what? We don't.
Because people look at it in this situation. If this person's this so-called bad, evil person that's been knocking you upside your head, why would you be chasing them? If you're so afraid and so scared of them, why would you be chasing them? Probably because it's mutual combat majority of the time, and you probably started it. He ain't just come out the way. I don't know too many dudes. Honestly, I don't know, but maybe like one or two dudes that I know will just literally, if a girl say something crazy to them, they just knock upside her head. Like one or two dudes. And that's just in my entire lifetime. Most of the time, the majority of dudes I know that put their hands on bitches are putting their hands on bitches because bitches don't put their hands on them. They reacted. They defended themselves from motherfuckers hitting them. But majority of dudes I don't see just going around knocking nobody upside the head. So I'm like, lady, you talking about you chasing somebody. Why you chase somebody that's been beating the fuck out of you? Got your eyes dotted up. You can't leave the house for 2 months and shit. You chasing that person. That don't even sound right. Women don't chase abusers. Women don't chase people they're afraid of. They chase people that they feel like they have an advantage over. And everybody need to know that in society, you're not chasing no lion. You running from that bitch. You ain't afraid of that lion. You look at that lion like a little kid. And motherfucking ladies know they can take advantage of dudes in situations like that. Let's stop the cap, man.
We don't know. Yeah, we don't know.
These hoes goofy, man.
So when modern woman, right, we are protecting ourselves because now it's coming to the situation where we're blamed for things. Even when we jump behind and help and try to save somebody, we're the issue there. So is that the modern day woman?
No, the modern day woman is just, we've gotten to such a privilege of being able to shift the narrative of what womanhood looks like. Like my mom married to get out of her house and her mom did the same thing.
Right.
And I couldn't imagine that for myself. You know, I'm 39 years old now and I would like to be married and get in, you know, a committed relationship and all of that, but I don't want to do so just to like escape or welcome in this next part of my life that I think this person is going to usher me into. I don't want to be nobody's Coretta. Like I'm having a great time being Oprah. Whoopi. I like all the people that don't.
Brother, what's that?
Want nobody up in their house.
What about when you want a sugar daddy?
I really do it to
We talked about this and I told you
there's a website for that.
Why is what is your reasoning behind that?
I mean, I know that there's a lot of negativity around that, but I would love to be taken care of and not be any of my money. I don't want the control part. If I can cater it.
9 times out of 10, when you're leading with the money, it's because you want to be able to control the person.
Yeah.
So you use the money to kind of keep them in a certain way.
Yeah, but even the broke ones, they
See, that's the craziest thing. Women like to try to play this controlling type shit, and this is the narrative that L'Oreal just tried to put out there. The men, they got their money, they want to control you. No, they not finna invite somebody into a situation that they pay 100% for, and they're 100% responsible for just to come in and do whatever the fuck they want to do. That's common goddamn sense. You're not finna let nobody come in your house that you got to take care of, women included. Because women ain't finna do it. Somebody that you 100% got to take care of. You done built all this shit up and you have a lot that you could lose if this person that crazy and not want to have some form of control of the situation, your situation. That's why I tell every dude out here, man, look, when you get with chicks and you doing what you're supposed to do, you own your P's and Q's, you handling your business, you being a man, you financially taking care of your responsibilities and shit. Don't let nobody come in and dictate what the fuck you do with your money, how you run yourself. Because they wouldn't allow nobody else to do that. People are hopping on, like a lot of dudes understand you driving your boat. People hopping on your boat. You driving your car, they hopping in your car. You on your bike, they hopping on the back of your bike. Not the other way around. They on for your ride. You ain't on for theirs. And if you have that responsibility around you, man, don't let people take your shit from you, bro. Don't let nobody fucking come in and try to dictate shit. Don't let them make you feel wrong for wanting to control the environment that you have created for yourself. And you're inviting them into it. Don't let nobody try to shame you on that shit. Now, there's levels to this shit. You just can't be like, look, I want you to do this. If you don't want to do it, get the fuck out. That's where you need to that's where the line need to be drawn. Look, you in my house. If you don't want to listen to what the fuck I'm telling you to do, like you ain't gonna be sitting here. I need you to cook. I need you to clean. You don't want to do that? Get the fuck out. You ain't gotta be here. Dudes need to learn how to have some goddamn self-respect for themselves so these situations don't pop up. And when dumbass bitches like this get on here and start saying this misandrous ass bullshit, you need to call it out. Call that bullshit out. That ain't it, man. That ain't it. I can't stand to see some goddamn hyenas out here just barking and cheering like this, saying dumb shit, trying to play victim. If you was in that damn situation, and I've seen it too many times, women that had the money and the power, the way they treat people around them, including the man that they with, is straight trash. But it's the exact same shit they claim all men are doing to women that have power. And I'm like, that ain't even what the dude's doing. Y'all on some evil time. Y'all on some demon shit right now. Like, come on, man. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit, man.
They do.
They
Which is why the modern woman is out here kicking doors
But you
down.
also said, no, but a real man is going to provide and not have to look at it as, well, I'm providing for you so I can control you.
Eventually, it all will. Do you have to be out this late? Is it, why are you coming in this late?
That might be respect.
Because it's my job. I'm a comedian. I have to be at nightclubs till probably 2:30 in the morning. And it started off not controlling, but then it turned into.
Hey, Shiesty, some of your sisters. Some chicks that be saying dumb shit. There's some of your sisters, man.
That, just throwing little hints here or doing it in a subtle way to try to make me say, oh, well, maybe I don't need to be out 5 nights a week when I know that's where I need to.
What the fuck did she just say? Hold up, man. Let me go back. Hold on. She about to give her experience. Okay, let's see this.
Because it's my job. I'm a comedian. I have to be at nightclubs till probably 2:30 in the morning. And it started off not controlling, but then it turned into that, just throwing little hints here or doing it in a subtle way to try to make me say, oh, well, maybe I don't need to be out 5 nights a week.
We're talking about men, and this is why I say women say words that have such a strong meaning to it, but what they're describing is not that word. The conversation is controlling, y'all. The conversation is controlling. A man making you do something. He's controlling how you move and how you groove. He's controlling you. Listen to what she said was her form of her man trying to control her.
Because it's my job. I'm a comedian. I have to be at nightclubs till probably 2:30 in the morning. And it started off not controlling, but then it turned into that, just throwing little hints here or doing it in a subtle way to try to make me say, oh, well, maybe I don't need to be out 5 nights a week when I know that's where I need to be.
Yeah.
How the fuck is that controlling? Hey, baby, I don't want you to be out there. And I really wish you was at the house around this time. Man, crazy people be out around fucking 4 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. This bitch is saying that's controlling. This bitch is saying that's controlling. So don't say shit to him, right? Just let him do whatever you want to do, right? Bitch, that's not controlling. That's your man trying to get you to understand without telling you, bitch, you ain't going out there. That's what he trying not to do. Trying to tell you ain't going out there. You ain't doing that. If you do that, I'm gone. He trying to negotiate with a terrorist. And y'all know the first rule of that shit, you do not negotiate with terrorists. Well, at least I don't. No, you do not. You do not. Man, that man talking nice to your ass. He trying to be considerate and understanding of your feelings. He not trying to come right out and tell you ain't doing this. That's not controlling what you described. But you will use that word and people hear it and be like, oh, he must have been got her chained to the bed or some shit. Like, what? No.
Well, how about if it flips? We all have a couple dollars up here, right? Modern woman. Is the modern woman willing to be the controlling one and take care of the man and let him be a stay-at-home dad?
It's not for me because the ship has sailed on children for me. That's just not going to happen, So for me, having a man in my life is somebody who is will be a really great addition to what I've already set up for myself. I'm now a homeowner. I have a really great
Congratulations.
job. Thank you. So it's just the guy
you about fucking
would be
50.
perfect in
Well,
my
but you got
life
a
would be
home.
somebody who wants to be a witness to my life and I'm a witness to theirs. We're the rich auntie uncle. That's me.
So you never thought about kids, marriage?
No.
I've always thought about kids and marriage, and now it's totally flipped. I am at a point where I do not want kids. However, I'm also open if the partner situation comes in and there's kids involved or what. I am.
Right.
Hey, look, nobody want to hear none of that dumb shit from either one of them saying that. Melissa Ford, you saying you never wanted to be married, you never wanted to have kids. If that's the case, you're a very selfish person. You're a very selfish person. Any organism that cannot figure out a way to live on for the rest of their life, the next thing they do is try to reproduce. And you're a woman. And you saying, I ain't want to have kids. You ain't want to get married. Either that's showing that you a selfish piece of shit, or it's all cap. And you just couldn't find a man that you truly wanted. Now you done ran out of time. Ain't nobody checking for you like that. That's probably why you bleached your skin. Now to Miss Oompa Loompa right here, Miss, hey, motherfucker. Baby, you ain't got no options. So you can keep saying that now you don't want, you did want it, but now you don't want it. Ain't nobody want to give it to you. Like, let's be real. You are not putting yourself in the best possible position to get the man that you want, being probably almost 400 fucking pounds and no hair on your head. Who the fuck is looking for that? Ladies, I'm being dead serious. Who is looking for that? What man do you know is looking for this right here? Like, yeah, I want that. I ain't trying to be mean, but like, damn. If I got a dude that was 400 fucking pounds, hair all over his body and shit, hair wet like a dog and shit, y'all wouldn't want that. Y'all wouldn't want that. So I'm like, who the fuck? Like, baby, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I do not believe you. Talking about you, yeah, you don't want it. Now, you can't get it. That's the problem. You can't get it. You can't get what you want. You can tell yourself whatever the hell you want to tell yourself. The reality of it is you can't get what you want. Fuck that. Every woman want to be, man, look, I'll say majority, not all. Majority of women want to be married and have kids. The problem is a lot of them don't know how to accomplish it.
I'm open to that, but I feel like I'm having to like keep remaking that piece in order to not make myself feel like I'm mourning some life that I didn't get, that I thought I always wanted. And
it's also making...
It's called your goddamn DNA, bitch. It's called your DNA. That's that feeling that you feel for not doing what the fuck you were supposed to be doing. You didn't have kids. You didn't become married. You didn't become a wife. You don't feel fulfilled. And guess what? You're gonna go in the grave like that. You trying to fight against your natural biological instincts to form a family. And you want to say it's empowering. This is like when all them folks was like, yeah, women, y'all want to go work and show the men. Man, these women don't want to go to work. Man, they'd rather prefer to be. I work, my job, I travel a lot during the day. So I go to a lot of different areas. And I see, especially in these wealthier areas, I see these wives whose husbands are doctors, lawyers, run construction companies and shit. These ladies don't do shit. They out getting coffee and yoga pants at 12 o'clock in the afternoon on a Tuesday, enjoying themselves, just looking around, buying shit. Maybe got a baby. Some of them ain't even got kids. That's what women would really want. I think that's what women would truly love, to not have to goddamn do shit. Make sure the house is clean, cook some food every now and then, suck and fuck every now and then, and this man gonna give you a credit card and you just go out there and spend it with your homegirls. I think most women will want that reality. So all these motherfuckers sitting around here talking about, nah, I don't want that marriage. Like, bitch, so you want to work to the day you die, huh? You want to work to the day you die. You want to come over here to the man's side. No, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Stop lying to yourselves. And other ladies need to stop lying to themselves. Let's see, Shicey said, well, here, let me read this first one. She said, well, most women work. Yeah, they do. You need to. Said, if you don't like, and I'm probably behind on some of your shit. Let's see, Shicey said, reality is most women in America have to work. You need to be working. What are you talking about? Most people have to work. So what's the issue? What's the fucking issue? Most people have to work. Women don't make anything exceptional. Like that, not like just because you put woman in there doesn't mean anything. Everybody has to work to survive. You got to work to survive. And if you're smart, which is what we're pretty much having a conversation about right now, you would align yourself with a man that can provide you that certain type of lifestyle. But to get that certain type of lifestyle, you have to be a certain type of way. You have to act a certain type of way. And a lot of ladies don't want to acquiesce to that shit. They want to do what they want to do, and then you can't come back and complain that you got to work. You're going to work to the day you die. Until you learn to cooperate with a man, you're going to work to the day you die. You're going to work to the day you die. And see, Karunu said correct, flexed on him, and say, Shicey said you're living a fantasy. If you say so, and say we respect, and then Shicey said being a wife and mother is more stressful than not. You think being a wife and a mother is stressful than being a wife and a mother that has, or being a mother that has to work on her own? Has to figure it out on her fucking own? Which one you think is harder? Being a wife and a mother? Or being a wife? I mean, just being a mother and having to go out here and work your ass off. Yeah, what are you talking about? Karunu said after a day, they work, women don't smile. After a day of work, women don't smile. Yeah, I can see that. Women come home mad. My girl used to come mad all the time. You got me going out there to work because you need to go work. See, I say I've been seeing it. I be seeing it. And nobody want to be around them kids all day. Yeah, well, look, hey, Shicey, I will agree with you on that one. I would agree with you on that one. I would really agree with you on that one. Like, women don't want to be around them kids all day. They don't. That's why when you look at the numbers and it shows who harms kids the most, it's their mother. Even though they talk about fathers abusing their kids all the time. Yeah, I'm glad you said that. Yeah, I know y'all don't want to be around them kids all day. Like women have this gravitas to them, this fantasy that we as society and Disney and all this other shit put over their heads. Women are not the nicest creatures on the planet like a lot of people like to think they are. They got some evil ways to them. And we've been seeing it a lot. We've been seeing a lot of, yeah, I know you don't want to be around them kids. And see, Coronu said, do you love your kids? That's why I'm here. There you go. Look, man, let's keep going. Oh, Shicey got another comment here. Let me get this one real quick. She said, well, that's because women majority have the kids. Yeah, y'all fight for them. And the courts give them to you. You don't say no, give the kids to the father. Y'all don't do that. You know why? Because you want child support. You want to have some leverage over this man's head for the rest of his life. We know what the fuck it is. We know what the fuck it is. It's saying most men don't have the kids full time. I agree. Just talking about, let's be real. I am being real. I agree with you. Most men don't have the kids full time. I know they don't. Know why? Because y'all take them. And the courts give them to you. Yeah, I agree. Y'all have them most of the time. Get the kids to the father. If you want the father to have a kid. But hey, I bet you won't do it.
Peace with the decisions that you feel like you were always supposed to want, but you never really actually wanted them. If I wanted something to happen, I would have made it happen. Right. Children didn't happen. And it's probably because I never really saw myself as, being a mom. Like it wasn't in the cards, and I've been secretly okay with it, but I felt ashamed to actually admit that.
Why?
Yeah.
Because other women made you feel that, or society?
It's a societal pressure to make you feel like if this is not being used, your uterus is not in use, then what use are you as a woman?
Yeah,
you know what
but
I mean?
they make men too because.
Look, I really can't stand that argument right there. Society. Are there more men or more women on this earth? I'll answer that question for you. There's more women. There's always been more women. There will always be more women. So who makes up majority of society? The women. But when they talk about society, this, society, that, they try to shape it in a way where we automatically make you think the men. Tracy, you said, oh, hold up. She said it's a good thing. Men, and that's a lie. If you think there's more women on, look, you can even go to the United States right now. Look, I'll do the United States for you real quick, like just to be on some funny stuff. I'm gonna do some funny stuff. Let's see, what's the population by sex? What's the population by sex? Matter of fact, I just do U.S. population. U.S. population by sex. Yeah, U.S. population by sex. There we go. Let's see. Damn, I got that shit big as fuck. Population by sex. Yeah, I'm over here looking at this shit. Here we go. Let me help you out real quick, like Shicey. Let me help you out. Since it's a lie. She said it's a lie. Let's see. Let's look at the United States real quick. Like, let me get this up here on screen for y'all. Let's see. All right. The U.S. population has been more female than male since the 1950 census. In 2022, the U.S. population was 165.28 million males and 168 million females. The gender ratio in the United States was 97 males per 100 women in 2021. So for every 100 ladies, there's 97 guys. Yeah. Globally, we can look up globally too, though. If you want to do globally, we can do globally. Let's see globally. Shicey says she want to see global. Let's see, we got more men now. Okay, in 2022, there were 4 billion men and 3.95 billion women in the world as of 2022. So I guess if you want to go worldwide, I'll give it to Shiesty. I'll give it her on the worldwide one. However, the UN projects the world sex ratio will even out about 2050. The sex ratio varies around the world due to births. The sex ratio at birth varies by country. Deaf women live longer than men on average. Migration, immigration and immigration. Both of them say immigration could vary by gender. So I guess there's some factors that might play into it worldwide. But here in our great old United States of America, like I'm speaking on, women outnumber men, and these women are talking about society. Well, society's made up a majority of women. The society that they're speaking of. So most women make up this societal thing. So women are the ones putting this pressure that they speak of on themselves. Well, let's do it. Say it again.
Society. It's a societal pressure to make you feel like if this is not being used, your uterus is not in use, then what use are you?
No, that's women telling you that. That's the majority of women telling you that. Society made up a majority of women. The women are telling you that. Stop trying to put that off on the men. And I'm gonna let y'all argue in the chat for a second. Corona, you gonna have a field day with Shiesty, because Shiesty like to go back and forth with people. But we almost to the end of the video. Let's keep going.
As a woman.
But they make men too, because, you know, a guy that I've been seeing, he doesn't have any kids. And the first thing that people are all, you know, and I was guilty of it too. I was just like, you ain't got no kids. But I caught myself and I was like, no, Tori, don't think like that. You know, just maybe he just hadn't found that person.
But it's a little bit more forgiving for them. Like they can get away with being like the George Clooney, like Bachelor for Life kind of thing. It just is. You know, for women, it's just like, what's wrong with you?
I've met someone recently and, you know, he's in his 40s and he doesn't have children.
That is the question. What is wrong with you? I'm gonna let her say it again.
Maybe he just hadn't found that person.
But it's a little bit more forgiving for them. Like they can get away with being like the George Clooney, like Bachelor for Life kind of thing. It just is. You know, for women, it's just like, what's wrong with you?
I've met.
It's not that men are getting away with not having kids. It's not that men are getting away with not having kids. And this is another problem. I keep saying it. We talked about it earlier. Women need to stop comparing themselves to men. We're not graded on the same curve. We're not. We are not the same. We are different for a reason. But the reason that a man might not be looked at like that for not having kids at a certain age is because men have historically gone throughout history without reprocreating with other women. There's only been a select few of men. Every Asian person walking around right now in China has some of Genghis Khan DNA in them. Tell me I'm lying right now. Think about it. Every Chinese person walking around in China right now has Genghis Khan DNA inside of them. Not everybody was out here smashing. Not every man gets the opportunity to reprocreate with somebody. They don't. So that's not a flex. It's not a hindrance on men, because we know that to be historically true. It's the survival of the fittest out here. The men at the top get the first pick. And the men in the middle, hopefully they get something, but the men at the bottom don't get none. They don't get none. And it's been like that. But for you as a woman, it should be easy for you. It should be easy for you to get a man. Men are not difficult or complicated to get with. They're not. The problem is y'all picky. So for you as a woman that don't have a kid at the age of like 38 or 39, it's like, okay, it's one or two things. Either you just didn't want to have kids, or you couldn't find nobody that you want to have kids with. So either you selfish or something's wrong with you. And if you're selfish, something's still wrong with you. So I'm like, what are you talking about? It's not the same for us. It will never be the same for us. Stop trying to make it be the same for us. It will never. It just won't. I don't get the opportunity to go through life expecting somebody to take care of me. You do. And we ain't crying and bitching about that. Like, we ain't crying and bitching about it on our side. So I don't want to hear that shit. Like, nah, bitch. It ain't the same. We don't get a pass. We don't get off on that. If something is probably wrong with you, you ain't got kids at a certain age.
Someone recently, and he's in his 40s and he doesn't have children. I'm like, I had a slight moment where I was like, okay, you sure you got no kids? Like, you sure you got no kids in Haiti somewhere?
Right.
Like, but also I was like, maybe God just saved this one for me. Like, maybe that was my little treasure to find.
Here's the funny thing. So,
and you so stuck on doing the wickedness of the world, somebody doing the righteous thing doesn't seem right to you. When somebody's doing it the way you're supposed to do it, it makes you feel a certain type of way because everybody else around you is doing the wrong thing. That's why you see kids in high school having kids so early. 16 having a kid, 16 having a kid, 17 having a kid. Oh, whole classrooms popped up with babies. All these girls got kids in high school. But that one girl that ain't doing that, oh, something wrong with her. She weird. No, she's doing the right thing. We got too many people doing the wrong thing, trying to convince the people doing the right thing that something's wrong with them. Nah, keep doing the right thing. I'm 35, ain't got no kids. I ain't got no kids. And I'm not finna be out here just popping babies out. Have I had the opportunity to do it? Oh, many a times. And still ain't gonna do it. I've even had girlfriends ask me why I ain't got them pregnant. Because we ain't married. That's why. With your dumb ass. And I ended up breaking up with them bitches. I did. Ended up breaking up with them. That's crazy, man. You want to encourage people to do the right thing. You want to look at somebody like they weird because you ain't got no kids. Like, what the fuck? See, Corona said he's single. He's 40 in Spain with no kids. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing fucking wrong with that. Ain't nothing fucking wrong with that. Like, look, man, if you want it, you want it. And it'll come when you're ready for it. Because my thing is, I'm not going to have kids and bring them kids into a world where I can't give them the life that I want them to have. I need to be in the best possible financial situation. And on top of that, be in a happy marriage where me and her done grind it out. And I know there's going to be some real things. Because who the fuck want to make kids with somebody you can't fucking stand? And it seems like we got a lot of people that have kids with people that they can't fucking stand. We got a big single childhood, like single family shit going on in America right now. A big problem. Motherfuckers got kids with motherfuckers that they like for one night, but now they can't stand them for the rest of their life. But y'all got a kid together. Y'all are tied through that kid for the rest of y'all life. And you can't even stand each other. Nah, I don't want to be in a situation like that. I've seen how other people go through their life dealing with bullshit like that. Man, she tripping because, man, he being a bitch. I don't got time for none of that shit. Got time for none of that. So don't let nobody try to make you seem like something wrong with you as a man for not having kids at a certain age. Man, that's just stupid, man. That's just women trying to gaslight you because they want to make you feel some type of way.
I didn't see myself having kids until I was 35. I had kids 9 years earlier than 35. And so, in my mind, I was like,
right. That ain't right. It ain't right.
35. You ain't got much time to get that shit going, girl. Now, if I heard a dude say 35, I can understand it. Get your money up, man, so you can take care of family. A woman at 35, you telling me so you just want to run around and try all the different dicks. And then once you got tired out at 35 and you don't feel like doing it no more, now you want somebody to marry you. No. Fuck no. Hell to the no. Hell no. Me looking for my family. Okay, I feel you on that, man. I think we all are too. Always in the hunt. Just not finna jump at the first thing that look shiny.
Okay, so I'm not going to have a career. I couldn't navigate and do as much as I wanted to do. So, now that my kids are older, I feel like I'm a little late to the party. But I'm starting to remove that out of my head because I'm like, no, Tori, now is the time. Your kids are older.
I was going to say, you are the party.
Yeah. We're going to get out of here. Thank you.
Yeah, y'all need to get the fuck out of there because y'all sound stupid, man. I don't know what's wrong with some people, man. I don't know what's wrong with some people, and this is a big detriment, at least in my community, because we got women like this that are out here at the forefront trying to be the speakers and the voices of the community, at least when it comes to pertaining to women, and I think they're leading them astray. You're excusing bad behavior, you're criticizing good behavior, and you're kind of off your little rocker, just to be honest with you. I'm just be real with you, man. You're kind of off your little rocker and shit. But, I'm just giving my opinion, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think because I'm not with the bullshit. So let's do a quick rundown. For the first video, the Daily Wrap-Up Crew. Once again, we got to reiterate that men and women are not the same, y'all. We are not the same. Men do not look for women who have had a lot of partners and have sexual experience. Women, y'all do look for men who have sexual experience. We need to stop getting that misunderstood. Just because we don't want what you want doesn't mean something's wrong with us. It might mean something's wrong with you. All right? Throwing that out there. To the second video, watch out for these dirty ass cops. Watch out for these dirty ass cops. And I think that somebody actually should have an issue in that city with getting some understanding and some correcting with that officer right there. Don't pull me over, identify me, then show me disrespect, and then not even file a ticket. Like, I ain't with that. I'm not with just getting randomly pulled over and have my life threatened because you have the license to kill somebody in this country. I don't. So I don't want you coming around me threatening my life. And for the last video, these goddamn hyenas should not be listened to. This type of content shouldn't be on the internet, but once it is, I'm gonna keep covering it. I'm gonna keep calling it out. You got a bunch of dumbass bitches on there that ain't gonna get the man that they want because they don't know how to change themselves. We all, as human beings, have to change ourselves and become what we want to achieve. You just can't wake up one day and say, I want to play in the NBA. No, you got to train for that shit. You got to go to the games. You got to put in that blood, sweat, and tears. Well, if you want the man of your dreams, you got to work for it, bitch. Just like if I want the woman of my dreams, I got to be that type of dude that she want. And a lot of ladies don't want to accept that shit. And for all y'all dudes that don't want to accept it, just stay in your mama basement and do whatever you're doing over there. And if you want something, you got to work for it. That don't matter. I don't care who you is. Woman, child, man, grandma, granddad. I don't care who you is. You want something, you got to work for it. And we can't keep sitting around letting people just make excuses for themselves because that does not breed any type of evolution. That does not breed growth. That does not breed progress. That breeds mediocre, bullshitting ass, whining ass. I'm sorry, I'm not finna do all that cussing. Look, y'all, I appreciate y'all that tuned in today, man. This is a random Sunday video, y'all. Random Sunday video, but it was fun. I had fun. I got a couple of them things off my chest. And we're going to be right back here again, possibly later tonight. Possibly with the C Money Podcast on JVJ Network. But we'll see. But we'll definitely be back here tomorrow, as usual. But look, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all hit that like. Y'all hit that subscribe for your boy. All that shit in a bag of chips. All that in a bag of chips. And I'll catch you in the next one as always, man. Peace.
Don't tell me about me. Stop telling 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 me about me. I don't need you to tell me about me.